little bit out of our control just based upon personnel. But that is the strength of our team.
At Federal Hockey tonight, and a team that you are going to match up very well against. They've only played twice. You know, their game last week, they were supposed to play at home against Miller. That game was canceled, so they've only got 2 weeks under their belt. But I like your chances tonight, Coach.
Yeah, you know, Federal Hockey is a super unique situation. And simply because I've told my guys, and I'm honest, and I've told anyone just like you, hey guys, you can come watch film if you guys don't believe what I'm saying. We uniquely have some of the best talent up and down the valley. But like I told my guys yesterday, and the lesson that they learned, especially last weekend, talent doesn't win games. Attitude, doing what you're supposed to do, and ultimate belief wins games, right? So Federal Hockey, they're our first team that fits in that limited player position, sort of kind of like we do, right? So they're sitting at about 12, 13 players, generally at about 14, 15 players. I think they're sitting at about 11 or 12 players, maybe 13 players. And I told my guys watching film, I said, watch this film. I'm teaching them how to watch film. I said, these guys play hard. We all are limited in what we can do and what we bring to the table. So don't look at the limitations. Look at the attitude. Look at the effort. Look at what they're putting into every play that they do. So that's what you look at. And like I told my boys, like I told them last week, we should win this game.
That's right.
But if you come out and if you don't prepare properly, if your attitude the week before and your life isn't together, then the team who may not should beat you will beat you, and they'll beat you bad.
Right.
And that's what happened last week. And guess what? I don't care how good I think we are. If we don't prepare properly, if our attitude isn't proper, then the same thing will happen against Federal Hockey. So it'll be a good game.
Yeah, and you know, Jimmy, we haven't talked about it, but your early schedule does you no favors. I don't know how many people realize, but 4 of your first 5 games are on the road.
On the road and against bigger teams. Which I hate to concede to. The big team, you know, coming from Youngstown Earth, we were small school beating up on big teams all the time. So for me, that stuff didn't matter. Well, it does matter, and I had to concede and humble myself to that. So what I've said, at least for the first 4, you know, from our first 2 scrimmages and our first 2 games, I've said, man, we've had 4 scrimmages. I said, what other teams can do that, where you're not totally affected, but you were able to get better, right? So that's actually the first 5 games have been scrimmages because we played bigger teams. So we have been able to grow in that, even playing on the road. We're more used to playing on the road than we are at home. So that's going to be interesting in that fact also.
No doubt. Coach, as always, I appreciate your time, and we obviously wish you and your team the best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Love you guys. Love the Valley. Thank you, Pete.
You got it. Jimmy Bell, the head coach of the Golden Eagles, looking for win number 1 tonight at Federal Hockey. Now let's go back to Derek in the studios.
Thanks, Tom. As up next here on the Coach's Corner is a trip over to St. Mary's with Blue Devils head coach Jody Moat. St. Mary's is coming off a 30-14 win over Ravenswood last week, but they will not be in action this week, so they'll be turning their attention to next Friday when the Blue Devils are scheduled to take on Ritchie County. Coming up next, Coach Moat will tell us what his team has been working on this week, thanks to the Galaxy Food Center.
What makes Galaxy Food Center so special? You can ask the regulars on any given day, and the answers could be different. Some say bakery, others say fresh produce, deli fresh meats, and the list goes on. You see, when you have a hometown grocery store like Galaxy Food Center in St. Mary's and Middleburg, it's the people in the grocery aisle that is as important as what's on the shelf. Loyal customers, local employees, and a small business that's engaged in the community. Welcome to Galaxy Food Center, just off Pleasance Highway in St. Mary's and Tyler Highway in Middleburg.
Johnny Wolf along with St. Mary's head coach Jody Moat, and our Coach's Corner interview brought to you by Galaxy Food Center. And, Coach, let's jump back to last week and take a look at Ravenswood and your thoughts from that game, good, bad, and indifferent.
You know, I felt like the first half we came out and we didn't play as well as it wanted to. I believe we had 7 penalties. And then the second half seemed like we had 1 penalty and 1 turnover. So I felt like to play better in the second half, but you know, obviously, you know, it was a challenge for sure. and it was a ball game. I think they were up 14-2, and then they put points on the board for the first time this year, right before the half, and I think that kind of gave us some energy going into the halftime, and came out the second half and was able to secure the victory.
Do you think sometimes when you have those penalties early, and I mean, it's better to have them in the first half than the second half, right? You don't have to sleep on them the next day.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's something you're focused on every week is trying to reduce the number of penalties, and then trying to zero turnovers, whether it be from the quarterback to a receiver, from a fumble by your back or a receiver.
Right. Coach Moat, so tell me that you go home tonight on a Friday and kick your feet up with an off night and sit back and relax a little bit, right?
No, you don't do that. No, you gotta continue to work to get better. And, obviously we'll go watch Ritchie County because that's who's next on our schedule. This week we're focused more on the fundamentals of the game, and then next week we'll focus heavily on Ritchie, and which is our next opponent. And that's what we got to do. We're able to play our Monday night game, and then our Friday night game. That's our focus to try to improve.
And then at the fundamentals you talk about, I assume, Coach, that you've got your hands in at the lower level, certainly JV, and probably well down into the system of St. Mary's. Are you pleased with the way that's working?
Yeah, I mean, we try to just stay in contact or stay good relationship with our youth level and our middle school level. I mean, as far as what they run and stuff, it's not that critical because they got to do what's best for them and make their kids successful. I know the middle school level, we try to incorporate the terminology. I think that's critical for the young men, as they go through the years. Everybody has a different name for an ISO.
Right.
And, but if you call a particular name, that just probably helps young men out as they keep getting older. But no, we're thankful that we try to take part, have our youth or have our high school kids go to the youth games and volunteer for those. And then, middle school, that they've been able to practice up here. So that's been a positive, I think, being able to be around those young men. And, yeah, it just takes team effort for sure.
Yeah, it's good sometimes to get an inside look from the coach, though. So at least tomorrow, Coach, kick back and watch a little college football or something. Thanks for your time on the off week, and we'll talk to you next week as we roll out to Ritchie County.
Appreciate the coverage. Thanks, John.
Thanks for your time there, guys, as up next here on the Coach's Corner is a stop up in Caldwell with Redskins head coach Chance Rucker. Coach Rucker and the Redskins are coming off their first win of the season last week in a shootout over Strasburg Franklin, so they'll be looking to carry momentum over from last week into tonight's matchup with Monroe Central. We'll see how head coach Chance Rucker plans on doing that, thanks to the Sharon Stone Company.
If you're driving as you hear this message, take a look when you get home. Look at the condition of the driveway. If the ravages of weather have left the surface a little rough and tumble, the good folks at Sharon Stone Company can help. Buy it by the ton and ask them to deliver. Now, how easy is that? Call 732-7100 for the Caldwell plant, or in Marietta, call 374-3236. Keep your hands on the wheel, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You can call when you get home. Safety first, my friend, on the drive and in the driveway. Sharon Stone Company, since 1985.
Back on the Coach's Corner, and time to talk Caldwell Redskins football. We've got the head man, Chance Rucker, with us. Coach, welcome to the Coach's Corner this week. Your football team 1-2 on the year. Week 3 win over Strasburg Franklin, 61-40. Tell me about that slugfest.
Yeah, I mean, getting the first one out of the way. Obviously, my first ever career win. It was an astonishing, overwhelming feeling. I loved it. The guys were really excited. And offense was clicking through and through. It was a big 54-18 at one point. And then we started getting our younger guys some more experience, some game time experience. And then they started to come back a little bit, putting some points on the board. But other than that, man, it was great experience. And we're getting better preparing for this week.
speaking of this week, familiar foe in Monroe Central, a team that is also 1-2. And, on the surface, as I look at it, maybe a little bit like you guys, they've put up a pretty fair amount of points this year. They've also allowed a pretty fair amount of points. So talk about tonight's matchup in Caldwell.
Yeah, tonight's matchup, we're coming and we're ready to roll. We've seen on film. They got a couple playmakers. Their quarterback, Malachi Roseburton, he's a player for them. He's a real player for them. He can make something out of nothing, and his big playability is tremendous. But we have guys coming back, and we've got a good week of practice, solid week of practice, and these guys are ready to go. That's our big thing. They're just like another rival to us, just across another county, and we're just going to prepare and try to execute everything.
And you expect a lot of energy in this game tonight, as you mentioned. Coming off of your first win, that's very exciting, as you mentioned. And then Monroe Central is essentially a rival for you guys, so it should be a really big night in Noble County. Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely a lot of energy. And these guys are high energy all week, so I think these guys are going to be ready to play, and it's a given. Excellent. Chance Rucker, head coach of the Caldwell Redskins, as they take on Monroe Central tonight. Good luck to you, Coach. All right, thank you. Go Skins. You're listening to the Coach's Corner. We'll send it back to the studios and to Derek Jones.
Thanks, guys. As up next, we'll head out to Warren to discuss some Warriors football with head coach Matt Kimes. Up next on the schedule for Warren is a home game with Logan, but for the second straight week, the Warriors are having to deal with some abrupt schedule changes. So luckily, Coach Kimes will be joining us to break all of that down and to explain how this affects his team's preparation. And all of that is coming your way thanks to Zides Team Sales.
Zides is proud to bring you the High School Football Coaches Corner and Wrap-Up Show. For more than 5 decades, Zides of Marietta has worked with champions. Today, more than ever, sports equipment is key for performance, safety, and innovation. As sports equipment evolves, Zides has led the way with 9 product patents. From the Pee-wees to the pros, Zides outfits the team. From the crack of the bat to the slap of leather to the tip of the cap, Zides. For screen printing, team apparel, and equipment. Since 1953, Zides, a name synonymous with sports.
Johnny Wharf in the Coach's Corner with Coach Matt Kimes of the Warren High School Warriors. Coach, you're playing River tonight, so talk a little bit about the last 24 hours to kind of stop, drop, and roll.
Kind of just adjusted on your feet on the fly there, best we can. Logan had an issue with their kids, and it was either not play or play. So the choice is always going to be to play for our kids. And River had a similar incident happen, so they said they would come play, and we're going to play them. We're working on them like 24 hours to try to figure out what they do, so you're trying to readjust your game plan. And as a coach, it's a little bit stressful, but we're going to come out and play with great effort and see if we can match up well with them.
We talked about this with some other coaches that have had similar situations, and it does, as frustrating as it is, Coach Kimes, it does become a really good learning tool for these guys and what happens in life, right?
Yeah, absolutely, John. That's a great point, and that's what I keep trying to remind myself is these kids are learning about adversity and how to handle it and how to, adjust on the fly, kind of as I said earlier, and you never know what's going to be thrown at you in life, and you got to deal with it best you can. And I think, like you said, this is going to be a great learning tool for their life experience.
You had to jump rope a little bit last week into a Saturday game with Williamstown. Tell me what you took out of that and then worked on this week.
Yeah, finally we got to have a solid week of practice. I mean, it's been 3 weeks of not much solid practice, dealing with weather, quarantines, just different things. And so we've just gotten better as a team. That's what we've been focused on. And, we've got some guys stepping up, making plays in practice that have been struggling a little bit. We just feel like we're more ready for this week than we have been the last couple of weeks. So I'm excited to see the product on the field.
All right, the River Pilots rolling into Vincent tonight. We'll be there with them, a game that you can catch on ESPN 92.9 and AM 630. We'll also have the video stream rolling tonight as well for the Warren River game. Coach, wish you the best of luck, and we'll talk to you in a little bit here pregame, so thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll keep the show rolling along back here in the studio, as coming up next is Morgan Raiders head coach Chase Bowman. Coach Bowman's Raiders are coming off a week spent in quarantine, so they were sidelined last week, but this week the Raiders are back in action and on the road against Coshocton. Coach Bowman will be joining us shortly to tell us how the Raiders are getting ready for their return to the field tonight, and that's coming your way thanks to the Citizens National Bank of McConnellsville.
Everyone has something that they do best. We all have special abilities. Banks are no exception. Ours is community reinvestment. When you invest with us, we keep your money in our community. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by investing with us. Citizens National Bank, McConnellsville and Duncan Falls. Member FDIC.
We're back on the Coach's Corner. It's time to talk Morgan Raiders football. We've got the head man here with us, Chase Bowman. And, Coach, thanks for joining us here, and we'll get right into it. The Morgan Raiders on the year, 1-1 on the season, and you lost a week last week, unfortunately. But last time you were on the field, you put out a big win over the Warren Warriors. How do you keep your kids engaged in that last week and hold on to that energy?
So for us, it's just a matter of, once we're able to get back to practice, just try to hit the ground running and do what we were doing before. It's obviously that, there's that week or so that we lost and we weren't able to be around the kids. It was kind of tough, but it is what it is. You didn't really have any control over it, and you hope that the kids were kind of staying active on their own. But like I said, once we were able to start practice again on Tuesday, we just got right back to work.
And do you think that your team did hit the ground running?
I would say that our first practice on Tuesday, you could tell that it's been a few days since we've been around them. That one was probably not our sharpest practice of the year, but I think the rest of the week the kids practiced pretty well. Got a lot more sharp after that. So overall, I'm happy with where we're at right now.
And so tonight you travel to Coshocton, a team that's had a pretty tough early schedule. Tell me what you see in this Coshocton team.
First of all, they run the wing T offensively, which that forces your defense. You have to have disciplined eyes defensively. You can't watch the motion in the backfield and all that because you'll get lost if you try to watch that. So our linebackers and our D line, we have to remain disciplined as far as that goes. And athletically, they have some kids who can make plays. Like you said, they kind of had a tough schedule these first few weeks. But they've been competitive as well. So they've got some kids who can definitely perform and make plays. And I'm sure they're going to be a hungry group. So we've got to match that hunger and we've got to match that intensity. And again, just the key is to stay disciplined with our jobs.
Head coach of the Morgan Raiders, Chase Bowman. Good luck tonight as you guys travel to Coshocton.
All right, thank you.
You're listening to the Coach's Corner. We'll send it back to the studios and Derek Jones.
And there you have it. That'll put a wrap on Week 4 of the Zides High School Football Coach's Corner. Stay tuned, as coming up shortly, we'll have high school football action coming your way, no matter what station you're tuned into. On WMOA, AM 1490 and FM 101.3, we'll have the Marietta Tigers hosting Richard Wright. Over on Jaws Country FM 100.9, it'll be the Fort Fry Cadets hitting the road to take on Zanesville. And on ESPN Radio, the Warren Warriors will be taking on the River Pilots. As we get set to ship you off, one last thank you goes out to all of the coaches for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us here on the Coach's Corner. My name is Derek Jones, and I've been your host here on the Coach's Corner. And with this one now in the books, I'll look forward to catching you next week at the same places and the same time here on the Zides High School Football Coach's Corner.
dusty shack. All I had was hanging on my back. Only you know how I loathe this place called Tobacco Road. But it's home, the only life I've ever known. Only you know how I loathe Tobacco Road. Say some money, get rich and old. Bring it back to Tobacco Road. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bring dynamite and a crane. Blow it up, start all over again. Build a town, be proud to show. Give the name Tobacco Road. 'Cause it's home, the only life I've ever known. I despise it 'cause you're filthy, but I love it 'cause you're home. Every day she takes a morning bath, she wets her hair, wraps a towel around her as she's heading for the bedroom chair. It's just another day, slipping into stockings, stepping into shoes, dipping in the pocket of her raincoat. It's just another day, at the office where the papers grow, she takes a break, drinks another coffee and she finds it hard to stay awake. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. So sad, so sad. Sometimes she feels so sad. Alone in apartments she dwells, till the man of her dreams comes to break the spell. Oh, stay, don't stand there, run. And he comes and he stays, but he leaves the next day. So sad. Sometimes she feels so sad as she posts another letter to the silent fire. People gather around her and she finds it hard to stay alive. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. So sad, so dipping into stockings, stepping into shoes, dipping in the pocket of her raincoat. Oh, it's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day.
You're listening to ESPN Radio for the Mid-Ohio Valley, and it's time for Warren Warriors football. Tonight's matchup is brought to you by Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery, Marietta College, the Citizens Bank Company, WVU Medicine, Camden Clark, Hickory Grove Country Market, the Pioneer Family Auto Group, the Wetz Companies, and by the Fry Dental Group. Let's go live for the call of tonight's game with Andy Rex and Sean Jones.
$299.
Good evening. Welcome into week number 4 of the high school football season as the Warren Warriors at 1-2 taking on the River Pilots at 2-1. Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. Aaron Cassidy alongside Sean Jones. So glad that you're joining us on this Friday night from Vincent, where the Warriors get ready to take on the River Pilots. And Sean, it should be a good game. These two teams meeting in a game that was scheduled in the last second because of COVID, and Logan was supposed to be the opponent. We got River on the schedule tonight, and that's what we're going to roll with in week number 4.
Every week seems to be a little bit of a wild card in the state of Ohio with high school football, changing schedules, and, of course, the pandemic's still playing around with everyone's schedule. It is homecoming here in Vincent tonight, so hopefully maybe a homecoming boost to get the Warren Warriors back in the win column. They've dropped a couple straight after opening up the season with a big win over Belpre, so hopefully we can see the offense kind of come back alive. They've been held in check a bit the last couple of weeks, aside from a couple of big runs and big plays overall from the sophomore Jason Williams. We'll see him kick returning. We'll see him, of course, running. He got more involved in the passing game last week with quarterback Trent Taylor. And speaking of really nice quarterbacks, the River Pilots have one as well, and Caleb Isley.
Yeah, Caleb Isley, a very good quarterback. We saw him. They're on a 2-game winning streak, is River, 2-1. Their first loss to Bel Air, and then they've rebounded with 2 straight wins against Marietta, and then Monroe Central, I think, was their win last week. So a big win for them as the homecoming court being announced out on the field right now. Homecoming 2021. It's a great sight to see as a lot of these kids didn't get to experience it last year. We are going to take a quick timeout. When we come back on the other side, we will hear from the third-year head coach, Matt Crimes, from the Warren Warriors. Much more coming up here in the pregame. You are listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
Johnny Wharf head coach Matt Kimes tonight. The River Pilots roll in to Vincent to take on the Warren High School Warriors, and Aaron Cassidy and Sean Jones will have the call on this one tonight. So we had to do a little shuffle as well, Coach. Talk a little bit about your last 24 hours, and I guess it makes you really prepare your own team for whatever, right, as opposed to trying to prepare for a certain team.
That's right. And we tell them, week to week, nobody's going to recreate the wheel. Football's football. You're going to have, teams that give you some unique formations or some unique looks defensively, but it really comes down to us understanding what we're trying to do schematically and executing our game plan. We'll talk a little bit, before the game about how our adjustments are going to be, based on a couple formations that we've seen. And I think our kids will be ready for that.
Yeah, we saw River in the Marietta game, I think week 2. Maybe you've seen the film, and I know it would be you'd have to cram for that, given that you didn't really know you were playing them this time yesterday. So what do you see in that team?
They're multiple offensively. They'll line up in one play. They'll line up in 2 tight ends and 3 running backs, and the next play they'll be spread all over the field with 5 wide receivers. So it's really difficult to prepare for. But at the same time, it's about blocking and tackling and executing your schemes. And I think if we block and tackle better than we have the last couple of weeks, and offensively can sustain some drives and put some points up, defensively we've been playing well enough to win. Offensively, we just got to continue to get better. And I'm really happy with our progress this week, so I'm looking forward to the night's game.
Yeah, I bet you are looking forward to it's actually going to happen, right? Talk, I guess, lastly, Coach, about, you paper, scissors, rock with the River coach to see if it was a home or away. It's got to be nice to be there in the friendly confines.
Absolutely. And, it's Friday Night Lights, homecoming weekend, this is what being a high school kid's all about. Homecoming dance Saturday. And, we'll celebrate afterwards.
All right. I'm a Warrior fan tonight, Coach. Wish you the best of luck. Get a win.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Kick off this season in one of over 700 new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big deals like 0% financing up to 72 months or no payments until November. We need trade-ins, so we're willing to pay over book value for vehicles like yours. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Kick off your deal at Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, and Family Ford in Marietta or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
If you snore or have trouble sleeping, you may have sleep apnea, and at Fry Dental Group, you'll find solutions. While traditional solutions typically include an uncomfortable and inconvenient CPAP machine, Fry Dental uses an FDA-approved device that's small, portable, quiet, comfortable, and highly effective. Call Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe at Fry Dental to schedule an appointment. Fry Dental Group, providing solutions for a better sleep at night and bigger smiles in the morning. Call 740-374-0123 or visit FryDental.com for more information.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Back here on a beautiful night for high school football, week number 4 of the high school football season. Aaron Cassidy alongside Sean Jones. So glad you're joining us here on ESPN Radio. Warren football, the Warriors at 1-2 on the season. The Pilots from River coming in at 2-1. Warren, Sean won their first game, and a game it was for Jason Williams, the running back for the Warriors. He was the talk of Washington County that first week of the season. They've had 2 other games with some COVID issues and some players out. Williams gets banged up last week against Williamstown. But talk about his impact so far in this year, especially game 1, where he goes crazy rushing the football.
Yeah, that's right. Those were some video game type numbers. 380-plus yards on 19 carries. Nothing like a cool 20 yards an average or per carry average to kick off your season. And this is a young Warren offense, so having someone really bust out and give some, a solidifying force to that offense, I think has been big. I do think, though, however, maybe a couple of quarters of football without having Williams to kind of lean on as the crutch let's see if that experience last week comes in handy this week as a few more carries got spread around. We saw quarterback Trent Taylor, who really throws a nice ball, get to throw it around. Did have an interception last week to go along with the touchdown pass. However, really that was a ball that could have been hauled in, a tip ball that just a 50-50 ball went the wrong way for him. So overall, let's see if the Warren Warriors can get back to being a team that puts the ball in the end zone, and I think that starts up front as well. I know last week we saw some offensive linemen have to sit out due to COVID-related issues, so hopefully up front we're back in action at full strength, because I think that's where last week Williamstown was really able to pull ahead in that game and take control of it, was just being able to control the line of scrimmage. Towards the third and fourth quarter, as that game was dragging on, you could see just about anyone they'd hand the ball to had, a pretty good running lane. A lot of that goes with a lot of kids playing a lot of minutes, and in some cases probably thrust into a starting job that maybe they weren't preparing for just a couple of days before the action takes place. So it's going to be a wild ride this high school football season, as we've already been witness to the first few weeks, and hopefully this wild ride takes us back on an upswing for the blue and white tonight. Really nice field here and a great scene if you are watching us on the ESPN radio for the Mid-Ohio Valley YouTube channel or streaming online. That's the Jacob Krantz radio page on Facebook. Hang out with us there, watch the game, enjoy the audio, and enjoy what is a really nice looking homecoming court, and what a way to christen a new field. So
Homecoming King and Queen named, standing at the 50-yard line. Didn't catch their names, but they are named. Taking a look at the River Pilots, I had an opportunity to see them, Sean, in week 2 against Marietta. They're a team that came out 5 wide all game and just threw the ball on Marietta and had a good game plan going on. Isley, the quarterback, had a career because he's only a 10th grader. So it was one of his first starts of the year, but boy, was he good. So they have the ability to throw the football around, but I'll tell you what, Kramer in the backfield, he's a senior. If they get him going, I've seen some film on him too, he can get going. And so they're a balanced team, but again, a very young team. It seems like that is kind of the theme with high school football, at least from what I've seen early on, is a lot of young teams. Warren, you talked about Williams, only a sophomore. You have also Taylor as a sophomore. So two very young teams about to hook up. And by week 4, you're starting to your point, though, get your footing, maybe offensive line starting to mesh. So I'm excited for tonight, see how these two teams match up.
Yeah, I'm really excited, too. And, too, I think maybe the benefit of the Warren defensively when they played against Belpre, forcing some passing situations, being up in a big lead. And then even in Morgan, they were able to force some turnovers and a few interceptions there early on, I believe 4 or 5 in the first 2 games, just off of memory. So potentially, if that ball's in the air, it gives some of your playmakers who play both ways a chance to get their hands on the ball, give your offense a spark and some good field position on the defensive side. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Isley throw the ball around, though. You don't often see many 5 wide offenses in the high school ranks. So when you do get to see one, you know there's been a lot of time and effort, because there are some concise timings, I'm sure, that have to be hit. And if they're not met, things can sometimes go disastrous. So I'm very excited to see this River Pilots offense, and I think we have a good one. It feels great here as well. Perfect weather nearly for high school football.
It is. It was warmer this week, so one of the key things is if you're not hydrated by Friday night, they say it's too late. You're going to be dehydrated during the game. Something to keep an eye on. This River Pilots team has a lot of guys, 9, 10 guys sometimes going both ways, including their offensive defensive line, so we'll keep an eye on that. We're going to take one more time out before kickoff here in week number 4. It's Warren and River up next. You're listening to ESPN Radio.
Warriors. You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone, it's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Week number 4 of the high school football season. So glad that you're joining us here on ESPN Radio. Warren Warrior football. The Warriors tonight, 1-2, take on the 2-1 River Pilots. The River Pilots just make their way out on the field. They have their red jerseys, their gray trousers with their gray helmets with River scripted against the side of them. We're waiting on the Warren Warriors homecoming 2021 as the student section makes their way out. A few of them out here to make a tunnel for the Warren Warriors who get ready to run out onto this field. And they say, you know what? The 7 o'clock kick is just a mere suggestion.
Yeah.
Because we're at 6:59. Warren's not even out of the locker room yet, so just a mere suggestion for the kickoff time. Gives us a few minutes, though. Your keys to the game tonight, if you had a couple keys to success for Warren tonight, what would those be, Sean?
I would like to see the Warriors start quickly. They've actually done pretty well scoring in the first quarter, so I think if they can find an identity, get some things rolling, get a rhythm for the running game and for Trent Taylor in the passing game, who, despite the loss, threw the ball pretty well last week. I really think that bodes well for them. And then, win the war up front. Last week, I think they were, as I said, maybe a little disadvantaged, so hopefully some guys up front maybe getting a chance to play on a homecoming game that weren't there, able to knock some bodies around. And I think being able to get Jason Williams in space and to the outside of the field is what I would like to see them try to do. His big runs have been when he's on a sweep, when he's able to find a spot, with a few yards of separation from the nearest defender. He is very hard to catch, especially if he breaks free to the outside. So I'd like to see them potentially find him early and often, in space.
Everything we've been told tonight, Williams will play. At least that's what I got from the coach in the starting lineup. So we'll see if that holds true. They wouldn't lie to the radio guys. No way.
I would hope not. I would not want to break that broadcaster trust that
he would
we all love.
see, though, last week against a Williamstown team, as you mentioned, he didn't play in the second half. So that definitely, as you mentioned, allows your quarterback to throw the ball around a little bit more and allows a few more things to go. If you can't tell, we're buying a little bit of time here because 12 minutes have been put on that first quarter clock for a good 3 minutes now. Warren still has yet to make their way out of the locker room. Now,
the tunnel is still growing.
The tunnel's growing. You had homecoming festivities before.
Yes.
So, I give them a break. Here they come with the big Warren flag let out. The Warriors, and they're all blue tonight with the W on the side of their helmets and kind of a gray tint for their helmets tonight. All blue for the Warriors, gray helmets with the W on the side. The River Pilots have been waiting on the 50-yard line saying, all right, we'll see how this works out. Warren's running out on the field right now, so just minutes away from kickoff here. You can hear the cowbells in front of us. I don't even know if we need a crowd mic tonight. It's going to be a good crowd on hand on a beautiful night for high school football. Sean, you had an opportunity, again, last week you talked a little bit about Taylor throwing the football. Is that something you might see them do early on to try to get things established for him in case they have to go to that later?
I think so. And some things they really did well, I think, in the second half were find receivers on some quick out patterns. They really did a nice job on some routes to tight ends, to the slot receivers. And then we talk a lot about Jason Williams, but his cohort in the backfield, and Taylor Bowers, the junior, 5'8", 180, has done a really nice job as well out of the Warren backfield. So they have a really nice combination. Even if Williams were not to play tonight, Bowers certainly someone you don't mind turning around and handing the ball off to. Now, I will say, let's see here. I was looking for a
return man,
a number 2.
Well, so here's what we have. We have Warren won the toss, deferred to the second half. So you're going to have River taking.
Williams is on the field.
Good.
Taking the kickoff here. Something else to remember, too, is it looks like Williams is down there on the field. But something else to remember, this game, as we talked about earlier, this was supposed to be Logan up until about 72 hours ago, 48 hours ago. They got this game on the schedule yesterday or the day before. So River had an opportunity to play Warren. I love that the two teams can, make a phone call and here you go. Here's film. Look at it for the next 24 hours because right now it's going to be coaching adjustments throughout the first half because you don't get a ton of film on these guys.
Every AD in the state right now is earning their pay.
Yes, for sure. So the Warren Warriors break the huddle. They are set for kickoff. More of a TV time kickoff we'll go with here at a 7:04. So the Warren Warriors going to kick from left to right on your radio dial. If you're on the stream, you can see that as well. And right in the eyes of the fans for River is a sun that's setting to our west. And we are set for football. Week number 4, officials ready, Warren ready, and the pilots from River ready. And the foot into the ball to start week number 4 is going to be a squib kick fielded right up at the 50-yard line by the Pilots. Big number 54 gets into the action there and looks like a shortstop, Peyton Blue, 6'3", 270. He is a freshman, and he knocks that down like a shortstop and says, I got it, Coach, don't worry.
Yeah, wow, welcome into Warren, freshman. What a rocket that was.
And then he'll just go and say, I'll play center while I'm at it.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
This is the formation we saw against Marietta. The 5 wide receivers stacked to the right side. Isley out of the shotgun, all by his lonesome. River from the 50-yard line, good field position. Isley rolls right, looks to throw, still looking, flips it down the sideline, pass is complete to River Thompson. Thompson's going to make the catch across midfield to the 48-yard line, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 here for River as they move from right to left into Warren territory after the squib kick, again, was knocked down by big number 54, Peyton Blue, who also happens to be their center. They'll go forward, make it 5 wide receivers left. Isley out of the shotgun. And he's going to roll left towards his receivers. Now he's going to cut it up the field. Isley across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. So Caleb Isley picks up 3, maybe 4 in the play. There is a penalty flag down on that far side, and they're going to get River for a false start.
First flag of the game. One thing I can say for the Warren Warriors so far this year is they've played pretty clean games. So that certainly has been something that they've not been hounded by. Always good, I feel like always a positive sign with a young team when they're not picking up a lot of procedural flags, things of that nature. They're locked into the game, I feel. You can tell when those things aren't coming out.
Definitely those penalties that drive the coach nuts. Now they're going to go 3 wide receivers right to the left in an odd-looking formation and straight out of the shotgun. Isley across the middle, and he misses his wide receiver. And Brody Longwell on a little seam pattern up the middle of the field. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13. So what would have been 2nd down and maybe 3 or 4 with the procedure penalty turns to 3rd down and 13 from their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, sure does. And what a big target Brody Longwell is. 6'2", 180, the senior receiver. He found a seam. If that pass was a little lower, he might have been able to haul that in.
Warren's going to have to burn a timeout. They don't like what they see as River lines 3, 4, and make it 5 wide receivers to the left. So timeout on the field. We're We're going to take one with them. It is 11:24 to go here in the first quarter. Warren nothing and River nothing. You're listening to ESPN Radio.
It's the kickoff sales event going on now at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Kick off this season in one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big dealer discounts along with incentives like 0% financing or no payments until November. Plus, get overbook value for trade-ins and vehicles just like yours. Just bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Kick off the season's deals at Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
Out of the timeout from Warren, 3rd down and 13 for the River Pilots from their own 47-yard line. Got the ball at midfield on a squib kick to start the game. Hit the front line, and they got right on it. So started with good field position, but find themselves on a 3rd down and long. Isley out of the shotgun, going to roll left. Still rolling, heaves it left side. Ball is almost picked off. Out of bounds. He kind of threw it in between a short receiver and his top receiver. They didn't know which one was going to go, and it was finally deflected by the Warriors and almost picked off. 4th down to 13.
Yeah, that was Jason Williams coming over from his defensive backfield position to nearly pick that off. As I mentioned, they are a team that if that ball is in the air, they are hungry. They've put up a handful of interceptions on this season already, and they could easily pad to that total tonight.
Fairbanks deep to return this punt for the Warren Warriors. His feet, I should say, are at the 25-yard line. Snap back, the punt is going to be one that gets off the side of the punter's foot, and that's not going to be a good one for River. In fact, that might net maybe 3 yards total when they finally mark it off. The official still going down the sideline, so a net of about 5 yards. Warren now will get the ball at their own 47-yard line, moving from left to right. 11-13 just to start off this first quarter. And so barely 40 seconds off that clock, and Warren has the football.
Yeah, some momentum going for the home team as well. Very nice job guarding that plethora of receivers that River sends out onto the field. And let's see if Trent Taylor and company can punch one in for 6 here to start off homecoming.
Taylor, the sophomore quarterback, comes out in the shotgun. They bunch 2 wide receivers near side, 2 up to the left, and Williams in the backfield, and the penalty flag flies. I think they're going to get River for lining up in the neutral zone, and they are. It was the left end. They kind of go with what's called an enigma defense, where they stand up their linemen, except their 2 inner linemen. They'll go 2 down in the middle, 2 guys up on the outsides, and they'll walk sometimes 6-7 guys up in the box. So out of the shotgun again, Taylor on a 1st down and 5 from the River 47-yard line. They send a man in motion, bobbled a little bit, turning it upfield, across the 40, down to the 35, and turns it up. And that's Williams on a jet sweep. He gets it down inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 20. A big gain there for Williams.
Yeah, and he is special. I loved the stiff arm that he put on the River defender right around the 30. And if it wasn't for one grab of the leg, he may be celebrating yet another long touchdown run.
Breaks one there of, let's call it 27, as they started from the 47-yard line. So the officials have stopped the clock. Oh, we have a River player without a helmet on over here. Might have been the guy who got stiff-armed. Hope he's okay. Comes off the field, so River will run on a new defender. I like them getting Williams out and out of the shotgun into some space, and he turned it upfield, put his foot in the ground, and got 27 on the play or thereabouts. 11:01 to go first quarter.
The one thing I really love about that special running back is he always provides a reason not to be late. He's had some magnificent plays in the first quarter. And just add another one to the highlight reel.
So it's Taylor out of a dotted I formation. He's going to turn and sweep it. Pitch to the left side. That's Williams. Williams inside the 15 to the 14. So he picks up 6 more to the tote. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 with the ball inside the 20 for Warren. Actually, inside, the 15 to the 14-yard line. So a gain of 6. Warriors moving from left to right can pick up a 1st down, obviously, at the 10-yard line. Play comes in. Trent Taylor barks out the signals and goes with a offset eye again out of the pistol formation. High snap, gives to Williams, dances his way inside the 10-yard line, and a helmet flies again off of a River player. Williams picks up a first down on a gain of 5 on the play, and it's going to bring up first down and goal inside the 10-yard line.
It's been an all-ground attack, and when you have a back as good as Williams, and when you have a line that's getting the job done up front, why not hand it off? I wouldn't be surprised, though, to see them maybe sneak in a pass here to see if they can't catch the pilot snapping.
That on this near side, you have like a little bit of a room for a slant route. As out of the shotgun goes Taylor. He's going to give to Williams, left side. Williams to the 5 and pushes his way into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors. From 9 yards out, Jason Williams punches it in. And it's 6-0 Warren.
47 yards unofficially on that first drive for the Warren Warriors. What a great season he is having already. And like I said, I think scoring early, getting that momentum going is going to be huge for this Warriors offense.
9:56 to go, first quarter. Warriors strike first. A little bit of a high snap. They're able to get the hold down. The kick is up, and it is good. 9:56 to go. New score up on that scoreboard. Warren 7, River nothing. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
9:56 to go, first quarter. Warren, the first one, the strike, 7-0. Warriors lead. All Jason Williams on that first drive. 3 or 4 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. That's the way to start off the game for the Warren Warriors. Aaron Cassidy, Sean Jones, so glad you joined us on this Friday night. Warriors set the kickoff, end-over-end kick, going to be fielded. Actually, it's going to hit, bounce up, be fielded at the 20. That's Longwell across the 30, 35 to the 40, and out across the 45, up to the 47-yard line. And Brody Longwell, the return man there, and he gets it out near midfield. Longwell, we saw back in week 2 against the Marietta Tigers, have a couple big returns, caught a couple big passes. He is a threat, as you mentioned earlier, 6'2", good-looking kid out there.
Yeah, and he was off like a rocket as soon as he caught that. You don't often see a guy feel like that far up in a kickoff formation with that much speed.
Yeah. Isley out of the pistol formation. They're going to fake give, and the fumble on the play. Isley's going to get it, and I had the binoculars just happen to be on that play. Isley didn't quite pull it out fast enough as Kramer was coming to get a little indecisive of where he was reading that defensive end. And the ball ends up on the ground on a loss of 3, maybe 2, let's call it on the play. Second down and 12 with 9:26 to go, first quarter. Warren leading 7-0. Isley and company out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers to the either side. Kramer in the backfield with Isley to his right. Flips it out in the flat, does Isley. That's Longwell. Gets up across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Warren. So he picks up maybe 7-8 on the play. It's going to bring up a third down, and let's call it 6. So let's give them 6-7 unofficially on the play. Regardless, it's going to bring up third and medium. See what the River Pilots dial up here with a full house backfield, wishbone backfield there. Well, now a T formation. You don't see this very often either.
No.
2 tight end set. Isley under center. And they're going to turn and give to Kramer. Kramer's going to pile his way down near the 45-yard line. Going to be shy of the first down unless they give them. They do. They give him to the 44, and that's where he needed to get for a first down. So, actually, are they not there? I was going to say. They're going to give him the first down. First down and 10. He had to get to the 47. That's exactly where the ball, or excuse me, the 44-yard line. That's exactly where the ball is laying.
Yeah, rolled over the Warren defender and I think got that extra half a yard he needed.
Now they're going to go with a wishbone formation. Stacked backfield behind Isley. Going to give Kramer right side. Kramer bounces off a couple Warrior defenders before he's finally brought down, but not before he gets 3 on the play. 3rd down and 7. 7:55 to go. Warren 7, River nothing, but they're on a drive at the Warrior 42-yard line.
Got to feel this is probably 4-down territory for the Pilots as well.
Looks like they see something up top and say, you know what, let's forget that spread stuff. Let's try to pound the football as they go back with the full house backfield. Give to Kramer right side. Warriors there, but he bounces off a couple tacklers, gets down to the 39-yard line, so Kramer picks up a couple more, turns it from 2nd and 8 to 3rd down and 5 after the gain of 3 on the play. 7:23 to go first quarter. Warren leads River 7-0. Big 3rd and 5 here early in this game as the River Pilots scrimmage from the Warren 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun again, 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. They send a man in motion from right to left. River rolls left, looks to throw. They do to Longwell in the flats, and he drops the football. He would have had a couple Warrior defenders crashing down on him. It would have been close for a first down, but instead, on the drop pass, going to bring up 4th down and 5, Sean.
Yeah, I think he might have been thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he was actually able to control the ball on that one. He had probably 5 yards of empty space in front of him, and you got to feel like when he gets that big body moving, he's probably going to get momentum forward. That may have been a first down that the Pilots just missed out on.
4 wide receivers again to either side, back in the backfield with Isley, who drops the look and throws left side. Pass is caught. Let's see. He got enough for a first down. He did. His pass was complete on that far side. It looks like it was to River Thompson, the 6'3", 180-pound junior wide receiver on that far side. Got his feet down right inside the first down marker and picks up a River first down, a big first down on 4th and 5.
First completion of this drive, and just enough. Really nice job to keep his feet in balance.
Now they're going to jump into a double wing set out of the shotgun with the back in the backfield. Isley option right, shuffle pass up the middle to Thompson. Thompson down across the 25 to the 20-yard line. Penalty flag flies. Thompson would have had the first down on a nicely designed play, but this one might be coming back. Look like an area of a chop block or a hold. Let's see. Well, they're going to say a face mask on Warren. It's right in that area where it's only going to be 2 or 3 things, where usually 2 of the 3 is against the offense. This time it goes against the defense. And so a first down for River. It was a 5-yard face mask, so they will decline the penalty and take the pass. Or actually, you know what? That is a spot foul at the end of the play. So they'll tack it on to the end of the run. It'll bring up a first down and goal from the 9.5-yard line as the ball's right on the 9 for River after the penalty.
They have been creative on this possession, to say the least. A number of different looks for this Warren defense to adjust to.
3 wide receivers to the left, single receiver up top to the right. Thompson has one-on-one coverage down here to the left. You got to be careful with 6'3" frame. They send a man in motion. Isley has Kramer flanked to his right. Now he's going to hand to Kramer on a counter give. Kramer is going to get maybe a couple on the plays. He gets him down near the 8-yard line, so they're going to give him 1 to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line. 6:22 to go first quarter. Warren leads 7-0.
Warriors haven't really budged up front tonight. They have stuffed the run. Kramer, 4 carries for 10 yards, all coming on this drive.
You don't see this very often either. They huddle their quarterback almost every single play. He's got to run over, get the play. Then he comes back over to the huddle. Gets his steps in throughout the night.
Oh, definitely. 10,000.
4 wide receivers to 2 to either side, making it 4, and Isley's going to throw. And that's going to be to the corner of the end zone, knocked away nicely by the Warren Warriors. Coming up, Nicholas.
That was Nicholas Cressy.
Cressy on that far side.
Freshman.
Making a nice play. That was a long throw to the front pylon of the end zone. Cressy just broke late and knocks it away. So 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line now for the River Pilots. 5:45 to go first quarter, 7-0 Warren.
They've went with a similar play a few times. I think Cressy might be wisening up to what they're trying to do with Thompson on that right side of the field.
A little bit of a mismatch, 6'3" versus 5'11". Now a timeout on the field, and River head coach not happy with whatever he called in. They must have not got into the formation that he wanted because he uses a timeout with some authority, let's say. 5:45 to go first quarter. We'll take a timeout with them. It's Warren 7, River nothing. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
5:45 to go first quarter. Timeouts are square on the scoreboard at 2 after that timeout from River. As this is a big 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line. And they want to make sure they have the play correct. 2 wide receivers to either side, 2 wingbacks. In the backfield for Isley, who's going to pitch. No, they're going to counter give on the right side. That is Kramer, who gets down near the 5-yard line. They fake out the broadcasters, but not the Warren defense, as Warren holds them to a gain of 3 on the play. So 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line for River.
I feel like there's a big mental aspect of the challenge when facing an offense like River to get in position before every play. And, hey, they're going to try to tackle on 3 here, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to bring out their kicker, number 23, Zach Hocutt. And the snap back is a little bit of a wobbly one, but the hold is down. The kick is up by Hocutt. Is really right through the upright. Nice looking kick there. 5:04 to go. New score. It is Warren 7, River 3. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
5:04 to go here in the first quarter. 7-3. Warriors on top after the field goal by Hocutt. And that was unofficially 17 yards, right about?
I believe so, yes. Kicked it. So your ball was snapped from the 5.
As the kickoff here, so it might have been a little less, maybe a 13-yard field goal. As a squib kick's going to be fielded by the Warriors at the 20-25. Williams at the 30, up across the 35 to the 40, and pushes a pile out to the 46-yard line. And, folks, he's a sophomore, and he's good.
I'm looking forward to the next few years of Warren football and the highlights that we're going to have for you on that ESPN Radio for the Mid-Ohio Valley page you might be watching us on right now, because he is special. He does not go down at first contact very often.
No, and again, a sophomore, which is impressive. 5'8", 170. He's only going to get bigger. And he is a handful when he gets going. Put together nicely. Good strength up top. Good leg power, it looks like. And Warriors will scrimmage. Warren will from their own 46-yard line, moving from left to right with 4:55 to go in this first quarter. 7-0 Warriors lead. Taylor out of the shotgun, slaps his hand, turns, fake, gives, look to throw. They're going to take a shot down the middle of the field. Ball caught. 20 to the 15, and that's Tate, Brody Tate, all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A good-looking pass. They froze the linebackers on the play action, and it was Taylor to Tate for a big Warren gain.
Yeah, he was able to find space well beyond the secondary. Gain of 37.
First and 10 for the Warriors at the 15, which means they can pick up a first down inside the 5-yard line. Taylor with Williams, that's the deep back. 2 wide receivers, one to either side, wing back on this right side. Give, Williams, right side, running room. Williams inside the 10, falls forward, down to the 7. A penalty flag flies in late. And so let's see what they marked this one off of. Would have been a gain of 7. They're going to get the Warriors on a hold. And it was one of those where you're going to go back on film after they bring this one back and say, that was one that we didn't need to commit because it was way behind the play and last through very late. So we'll go back and have a coaching opportunity there because you would have had a second down and short with an opportunity to get down inside the 5-yard line instead. Is going to bring up a first down and 20 for the Warren Warriors from their own from the River 25-yard line. 4:25 to go in the first quarter that has Warren leading 7-3. Warriors have to get all the way inside the 5-yard line to pick up a first down, though you would think 4 downs here, Sean, to do it, so you don't have to get it all at once. As Taylor's out of the pistol look, going to give to Williams, right side. Williams down the right sideline. Williams to the 10 and cut down like a tree at the 7-yard line, and he picks up right where he would have been before.
Yeah, you could just get it all back in one play.
Second down and 3 now here for the Warren Warriors after a gain of 18 on the play. 3:58 to go first quarter. Warren 7, River 3. The extra point, the kick is up, and it is good. 3:39 to go, new score, Warren 14, River 3. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checking. We are here for what matters. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Remember, FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
3:39 to go. 14-3, Warriors lead, and Purdue sets the ball on the 40-yard line, set to kick off as the officials give them the okay. Puts a little squib kick down this near side, the right side, going to be fielded at the 18-yard line. Moving up from the 18, that's Mitchell to the 20, to the 25, and down to the 30-yard line. Mitchell, Khalil Mitchell, a 5'9 junior, 140 pounds, turns a little bit of danger into a gain of at least 10 on the return. 3:31 to go. Warriors 14-3, but River with their worst field position, it's at the 30-yard line.
And they had an 11-play drive last time they had possession that stalled out inside the 10. They were able to put points on the board, but they would like 7 here for sure.
Isley flanked to the right by a running back out of the shotgun. Isley rolls right, looks right, throws right. Pass is complete on that far side, and wrapping up for a gain of 8 on the play and throwing them down. The receiver on that far side was Thompson. There were a host of Warriors in on the tackle, including number 52 for the Warren Warriors, J.T. Rice, the senior. Little linebacker action, that left side. Now a hurry-up offense they're going to give Kramer. Right side, and he gets up near Warrior territory to the 50-yard line. And that is Avery Kramer on the carry. Picks up a big River first down, so a little bit of tempo right now for River as they move from right to left and pick up a first down.
No huddle, and they want to keep this Warren defense on the field.
Give to Kramer again, and Kramer across the 50 and the Warrior territory to the 47-yard line. He picks up 6 on the play, and it's going to bring up, let's make it 5 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 5. Ball sits at the 47-yard line here for River. Now they huddle and break the huddle as they were going with a hurry-up offense. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. A late substitution in here for River as they have a player on that far side cramping. It's their halfback on that far side. So they bring in a new halfback and number 5, Lucas Dennis, 5'7", 140-pound freshman. As Isley goes out of the shotgun, flips it right sideline, ball caught on a little curl route. Pass complete for a first down, 7 on the play. River Thompson on that far side. Nice little job running the corner off and curling back right in front of the first down marker.
Thompson, a handful of catches now. He's been the favorite target downfield for Isley, and you have to wonder if maybe Warren doesn't start cheating on that hook a little bit and potentially pick one of these off.
Out of the shotgun again, 2 wide receivers to either side. Isley drops straight back, heaves it left side, looks down the middle, and the ball's caught inside the 5. And that is Lawlithan.
Brody Lawlithan, the 5'10", 170 wide out.
And from my angle, the wall kind of got in the way. It looked like they were taking a shot down the left sideline. Instead, that was up the seams and a big first down and a big first and goal from the 4-yard line for River, who's looking to answer. Out of the shotgun, give Kramer, who angles in for a touchdown for River. Minute 23 to go, first quarter. River strikes back on a big play, gets it inside the 5, and Kramer takes care of the rest. It's 14-9 with the point after attempt pending.
Yeah, the 35-yard strike down the field to Lawlithan was what really set up the points on the board. And a nice kicking game for both teams. I expect a lot of clean PATs tonight.
Ocut set to kick this one. They're going to get the Warriors in the neutral zone. The long snapper is number 4, Caleb Isley, the quarterback, who's your long snapper. Something you don't see every day.
No, certainly not.
His last one kind of looped back there. Warren was almost on it. It was a great job by Hokut to get it back, but you're right. Both of these kickers very steady. Move the ball up 6 inches. It doesn't change Rivers' approach. They're still going to kick the extra point, or at least attempt to, with a minute 23 to go here in this first quarter. Snap back, hold down, the kick is up, and it is good. Minute 23 to go in this track meet here in this first quarter. It's 14 Warren, 10 River. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
Welcome to the Fry Dental Group, where total smile care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe continue to pursue the latest professional education and excellence to ensure you receive the best dentistry available. From repairing damaged teeth to same-day crowns, sleep apnea solutions, and complete smile makeovers, the focus at Fry Dental Group is to deliver the most advanced professional care available. Learn more at frydental.com and at 1309 Green Street in Marietta.
1 minute, 23 seconds on that first quarter clock, and the score 14-10. Warriors lead on a great answer by the Pilots after Warren went up 14-3. So let's see what the Warriors do here. Hokut kicks it off, and he gets it to Williams. They bounce it to him at the 18. He's across the 20, 25. Williams to the 30, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds right there at the 30-yard line. So good job there by Hokut, getting enough air under it and making that ball on the turf just long enough to his kick team could get down there and wrap up Williams, who's very dangerous. I'm still surprised they're kicking at him. I'd just kick it out of bounds.
I'm surprised we're still in the first quarter, to be honest. A lot of offense so far tonight.
It's been offensive fireworks, and so we'll see if that continues. There's a lot of throwing the football by River early on, so stop the clock a little bit. When you have 60-yard plays for touchdowns or first and goals, that tends to slow the clock down a little bit.
Yeah, this one might be one for the highlight reels. And, of course, check all those out online on the ESPN Radio for the Mid-Ohio Valley page.
So out of the shotgun, two backs in the backfield to either side of Taylor, who claps his hands, sends a man in motion. They're going to blow the play dead. Let's see. As the sun has officially set here at Warren, a legal substitution for the Warriors. And the lights come on. What a beautiful setting here in Warren.
Absolutely love the graphic on the field.
Yeah, for those over on the YouTube page or the Facebook page, you can see that phenomenal graphic. They're going to pitch the Williams near side. Williams dances out of a tackle 25 up to the 30 and down to the 31-yard line. So we got the 5 back that they gave away on the false start, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors as they go from left to right. 58 seconds to go. It is Warren 14 and River 10.
Williams at 78 yards unofficially right now tonight. So
not a bad first quarter.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Half of those in the first drive, he had 47 yards on 4 carries or 3 carries. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Taylor out of the shotgun sends Williams in motion. They're going to flare it to him. No, they're going to take a shot down the left side. Ball caught at the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. And again, it's Tate on the reception. Tate makes the catch at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I think the Warren coaches noticed something they liked in the Pilots' defensive secondary. That's the second time they've got him on a streak, and he was wide open.
Pretty sure that was Tate, not Grimm. Regardless, nice pitch and catch. Out of the shotgun again, Taylor. Williams behind him. Give. Williams makes a guy miss. Check that. That's Bowers.
Williams on the carry.
Bowers on the carry, and he gets down for a gain of 7, 8 on the play, and that will do it here for the first quarter. Zeros hit the clock. Warriors on the drive when we come back, faced with a 2nd and short, leading 14-10. You're listening to Warren Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you're 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Flip the field with 12 minutes on that second quarter clock. Warren 14, River 10. Warriors on a drive, moving from right to left now. On your radio dial, they have Taylor in the backfield with a host of running backs in Bowers and Williams. Williams, the deep back. They're going to fake give. Taylor's going to turn and throw left side. Jump ball to the end zone, and it's caught. Caught at the 2, turning and making his way into the end zone is number 88, Dennis Petty. The 6'2", 210-pound tight end wins the jump ball at the 2-yard line, turns and heads to the end zone, and it's 20-10 Warren.
Beautiful play to kick off scoring action here in quarter number 2.
The point after attempts pending here. How about Taylor on a nice ball? Sam Purdue is going to have it blocked. Right up the middle, Purdue got a little pressure. Not a little, he had a lot of pressure in his face. So mark that down with an asterisk with 11:53 to go. The point after attempt was blocked. We're going to keep it right here. 20-10, Warren with the lead. They go Williams, Bowers, Williams, and then Taylor on a bootleg finds the big tight end. I like Petty.
Yes, Petty has had some really nice plays for the Warriors this year. That might be the best highlight of them all so far. What a nice job to keep the concentration, to come down with that jump ball and make your way into the end zone. And Taylor hasn't thrown an incompletion yet. 3 of 3 on the night, and all 3 of them have been something to behold.
We talked about Williams being a sophomore in the future right there. How about Trent Taylor, sophomore, 6'5", 180. He looks the part, playing the part tonight. He's only going to continue to get better. Has a lot of big shoes to fill. Taylor, a big name around Warren here. So he is doing his best, though, tonight and throughout the season. He looks pretty good. 3 of 3 with a touchdown. And Warren set to kick this one off. Purdue, that's going to be offsides on the Warriors, way ahead of it. Was one of the Warren Warriors, so they're going to have to re-kick this one. As 30 points scored in really the first, let's say, quarter and 7 seconds. If the Warriors' defense, you almost feel, could get a stop, maybe 2, you're kind of playing with house money at that point because of how well you're moving the football. If you're River, you're thinking the same thing. We could get a stop or 2. We're only down 10. Warriors will get the football to flip at halftime, so how about that? If they can get a stop defensively, maybe chew some clock, get a touchdown, get the ball back at half. It's a totally different game. That's the momentum in high school football that can change things. So Purdue's going to squib it. It's going to be fielded by Longwell across the 30-yard line up to the 40, 45, and out to Warren territory. Longwell goes up, makes the return. As he just, we talked about how big he is anyhow. Just stuck his hands up, 6'2", 180. Also, we talked about River Thompson's height, 6'3", 180. I'm sure those two on the basketball court are
You would imagine so. You would have to imagine so. The amount of wide receivers they have listed on the River roster is pretty impressive.
Out of the shotgun, Isley, if I'm not mistaken, Caleb Isley, the brother of Lucas Isley, who plays basketball at Marietta. He's going to drop back, look to throw, a corner route, right side, and it passes incomplete. Its intended receiver was Wallothan. So we'll go 2nd down and 10 from their own 49-yard line, taking a little shot there. The play was nice. The receiver's open. Isley just overshot him a little bit. Decent coverage down, though, on this near side. As looked like Tate. He stands at 6 foot. So out of the shotgun, Kramer's going to get the carry left side. Sidesteps the tackler and would be up to the 44-yard line after that sidestep. And he was finally muscled down on that far side by a couple of the Warriors. Again, in on the tackle, number 52, JT Rice. Our appreciation also to Coach Kimes earlier, catching up with our own Johnny Wharf on a quick turnaround even for the radio guys. 11-10 to go. Warriors lead 20-10. River on a third down and short. They're going to throw it short. Left side. Pass is incomplete. Isley didn't quite set his feet, and his pass incomplete on that far side to Thompson, and it'll bring up fourth down and medium. We saw River go for this before, and with 11:04 to go, you're down 10. The way Warren's moving the football, I don't know that you don't try to maybe move Isley back and just pooch punt this and try to trap Warren down, but it looks like they're going to go for it.
I'd keep an eye on Thompson to the short side.
Isley going to look to throw. Now flush out of the pocket, stays on his feet, throws it right side, pass complete inside the 40. Isley, how about that composure? Finds his wide receiver and Lolithan at the 37-yard line where he finally falls down. First down at 10, River. So the Warren Warriors have had River in fourth down and medium twice tonight, and River's converted on both fourth downs. Two receivers to the left, two receivers, to the right. Isley to Kramer out of the shotgun. And Kramer makes his way down to the 33-yard line, but boy, was he hit. Right around the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 52, J.T. Rice, the 5'6", 165 middle linebacker.
Rice making his little bid right here for a player of the game mention at least.
Yeah.
All over the field tonight.
Yes.
Kettle One team wear player of the game, then mentioned or named after the game. Two wide receivers to the right, two to the left. Isley going to look to throw. Now he's going to have to step up in the pocket. Heaves it down the left sideline. Ball caught into the end zone. Beautiful pass play. Isley finds Thompson on that far side, and River Thompson pulls it in, but he didn't have to do much because Isley laid that in his lap.
That was thrown perfectly. What a beautiful throw.
Yikes, what a throw by Isley to Thompson.
Back and forth. There are some points on the board tonight. This one is going to be a shootout, I have a feeling.
Big extra point coming here. Remember, Warren had one blocked. This is Bocut. Isley the snapper. Lolithan the holder. The snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is good. New score. Let's catch our breath. 9:54 to go, second quarter. It's Warren 20, River 17. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
Chances are the last place someone would think of visiting when they have a snoring problem is the dentist. Things are a whole lot different at Fry Dental Group. Whereas it used to be a trip to the dentist was to get your teeth cleaned or make a bad tooth feel better, but with advanced dentistry, you'll find more solutions than you might think. At Fry Dental Group, they can provide an appliance that helps stop or reduce snoring episodes for sleep apnea patients. Find out more by scheduling a consultation with Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe. Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street, Marietta, and at FryDental.com.
4 to go, second quarter. It's Warren 20, River 17. They just keep answering each other back and forth to these two teams, Sean. And so far, a shootout in this first half.
Yeah, 32-yard reception on that last River Pilots possession. And the offenses tonight both look crisp. Now, in a matchup like this where you've had 24 hours to prepare, I would think your offense has a bit of an advantage.
Definitely have the advantage. That ball is going to be sidelined or kicked towards the sideline and out of bounds. So Warriors will get it at the 30-yard line. That's a great point because, again, as the penalty flag flies, we'll sort things out. This was supposed to be Logan here tonight for Warren. Some COVID protocols ended up with Logan canceling midweek. Warren getting on the horn, looking for opponent. River happened to have the night off. I don't know if their opponent had COVID issues or if they had just the night off, but regardless, two teams within 24 hours get an opportunity to play each other. And again, it's one of those where you don't get to watch film with your players. You exchange as coaches and you pop it on. You might, if you're Coach Kimes, you might call Jason Shobe and say, "Hey, what do you know about these guys?" And you talk a little bit, but other than that, you have an opportunity, and you're going to see a high scoring, especially with two offenses that are probably ahead of their defenses at this point in the season. And the defenses will tend to usually catch up a little bit, but on a week number 4 where a quick turnaround, that's a great point, Sean, with these two teams just battling out offensively.
And some kids who were just exceptionally talented. You look at Caleb Isley for the Pilots. You look at Trent Taylor for the Warriors. A couple of really, really nice young quarterbacks. Both are only sophomores, so they have a lot more football left in them for their respective schools.
So after the penalty, the Warriors will take it to 45. How about this jumbo formation out of the pistol in the backfield? They're going to turn and give to Williams, left side, cuts it up the field. Williams across the 50, and he's finally going to be drugged down at the 44-yard line and a big first down. A gain of, let's call it 12 on the play for Williams as he drags a couple tacklers with him for a Warrior first down, but there is a penalty flag on the field. And this one is going to come back, a hold on the Warriors.
Yeah, that one came in from the rear of the play.
Second time we've seen the judge or the head official call the penalty tonight. So this one will be marked off. And as an offensive coordinator, this one's tough. You just kind of
first down, 20.
Put your hands on your hips and say, again, that was Williams. He doesn't need much room. You don't probably need the hold. He could get through. Easy for us to say. You could probably call a hold on every play in high school.
At this point, I would have to hold.
Out of the shotgun, Williams sweep play, left side, near side, Williams 45, Williams 50, River territory, Williams all the way down to the 38-yard line. He says, you know what, I'll just get it all, and plus 23 on the play for Williams as he picks up a Warren first down.
Yeah, I believe there was an attempted tackle by at least 11 of the River Pilots on that play as well. He just does not go down easily.
Warren now with two wide receivers to either side, full house backfield as they put a big tight end in the backfield with Williams, who gets the carry. Williams left side, picks his way inside the 30. Williams stays on his feet, cuts it upfield. Williams 20, weaves back down the left sideline to the 15 and to the 12 and down to the 10-yard line. Oh my, Jason Williams weaves in and out of traffic for a Warren first down and a first and goal for the Warriors at the 10-yard line. Yikes.
This is a fun game. I tell you what, I'm going to have to rewatch this one later because the offensive highlights just do not stop.
First goal.
And how do you stop Mr. Jason Williams? What a night he's having.
You think week 1 was special. Tonight has a chance to be that plus if he continues on this pace. 8:07 to go. Give to Williams. No, check that. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Taylor down the left sideline. He faked it to Bowers, who was in the backfield, giving Williams a little bit of a break, and Taylor gets it down to the 1-yard line. So with 7:57 to go, second quarter, it is 20-17. Warriors with the lead and have a first and goal. Check that, a second and goal from the 1. Two backs in the backfield, and it's going to be Taylor just going up behind center and punches it in for a touchdown. Now, a penalty flag flies. Taylor was originally in the shotgun, went under center quickly, and just pushed his way in for a touchdown. And this one's going to be on River, I think, a dead ball personal foul.
I was going to say that was a flag.
Check that, illegal substitution. That is my apologies. So, illegal substitution, touchdown will stand. So with 7:54 to go, another Warrior touchdown. This one from Trent Taylor from 1 yard out. A quarterback keeper makes it 26-17.
A couple of big runs from Jason Williams set up the score.
Sam Purdue set to try the extra point. The snap back, a little high. The hold gets down, though. The kick follows through, is up, and it is good. 7:54 to go, new score, Warren 27, River 17. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone, it's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit wetzcompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
7:54 to go. Warren set to kick off. Purdue is going to kick it back to the 10-yard line. It's going to be fielded by River across the 20, 25, and out across the 30, 35 to the 40, and that is number 88 again, Clee Mitchell. Penalty flag on the play? No. It is River with a good return. Well, we do see 2 penalty flags on that far side. 7:45 to go. Warren 27, River 10. We have a horse collar going to be called on the Warren Warriors on that far side. So River will go from great field position to greater field position.
And they don't need much help. A very creative offense, and Caleb Isley's had himself a fine evening throwing the ball down the field. And he's gotten a bit hotter as the game has progressed.
A couple big fourth down throws.
And his favorite target night, River Thompson, hauled in a beauty of a pass to put the Pilots on the board for 6 in the last possession.
Hunter Graham, a corner down here on this near side. Up top, the freshman. Cressy had their work cut out. They've been man-to-man. Linebackers will match up in a zone against the slot wide receivers who we see out of the shotgun for River, and a sideline warning is going to be called. No, timeout. It looked like he motioned for a sideline warning. Either way, we're going to keep it here. With 7:45 to go, 27-17. And you mentioned Isley and his ability to throw the football. He can also run it. That's the danger with him, but it seems so simple when you're looking at this. I had the opportunity to call him in game 2 against Marietta, and then tonight they run some simple routes, but what they do is they overload one side or the other. They roll him. He's such a good athletic quarterback that he gets the ball off quickly. These receivers he's in sync with, which again you would think is very hard because he's a young sophomore quarterback. Now he's throwing to some older guys. Longwell is senior. The Kramer brothers are senior. So their routes are a little bit more crisp than maybe you would see of a sophomore. But you got to be impressed with Isley. Again, I believe the brother of Lucas Isley, who played at Marietta College. So
he's made a couple of throws on the move tonight that were incredibly impressive.
They're going to split Thompson out here near side. Thompson at 6'3", double wing set out of the shotgun with a back in the backfield next to Isley. To his right's Kramer, and that is going to be Avery Kramer, who's going to be the lead blocker out here on this near side as Lolithan's going to get the carry, and he is going to be dropped for a loss of 3 on the play. Big third down, third and long, or check that, second down and 12 with 7:28 to go. First half play. 27-17. Aaron Cassidy alongside Sean Jones here on ESPN Radio. So glad that you're joining us on this Friday night, wherever you may be.
Homecoming night shootout.
It is for sure. Warriors trying to change that defensively as they have River in a second down and long. River scrimmages from the Warren 43. Isley straight drop back. Plenty of time, and now he's going to be pressured. Looks the throws. He rolls left. Coming back for the football, his receiver and Lolithan, and he makes the catch down near the first down marker. He's going to be just shy, but again, Isley keeps the play going long enough, alive long enough to make the throw down the left sideline. And the pass complete, 3rd down and short.
Yeah, looks like a gain of 11, and a really nice job by Lawlathan to come back to his quarterback, realizing he was in trouble.
Now Warren's going to have to use a timeout so they don't get an illegal substitution. We will take one with them this time. 6:55 to go. Warren 27, River 17. They're faced with a 3rd down and short. When we come back, you're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
6:55 to go, second quarter. Aaron Cassidy, Sean Jones. 3rd down and short for River. So they come right out of the timeout with the big back set. 3 backs to the backfield. Offset eye, give. That is the running back in Kramer. He's going to be cut down right near the first down marker. I think he had to get to the the 31. He did, and he picks up a first down.
First down, River.
So River's been pretty good on 3rd and shorts and 4th and mediums tonight. It's allowed them to keep a couple drives alive. Now they're going to go back to that big set with Isley under center and 2 backs to his left and a back in the backfield and Kramer. Avery Kramer, the deep back, check that. That's Austin Kramer, who's going to get the carry on the left side. Penalty flag flies in the backfield. Kramer would have picked up 5 maybe on the play, but instead it's going to be a hold on River. And Sean, I'm at 6:12 to go in a 27-17 lead. This is a big penalty for River. It's going to set them back 1st down and 20 off the hold. And they were moving the ball nicely. Now, again, they can make a big play, don't get me wrong.
Right.
If you're a Warren defense, you have to be opportunistic here.
Yeah, and I've been looking forward to one of these DBs, and I've been keeping my eye on Cressy. He had a really nice pass deflection earlier in the game. He had a couple of interceptions week 1 against Belpre. I feel like these DBs are going to be hungry to get one of these balls that maybe floats a little bit. Kudos to these Pilot wide receivers. They have played like the seniors they are.
Warren looks like they put a couple defensive backs into the game extra to face this 4 wide receiver set. Isley's going to flip it out in the flat. Warren brings pressure, passes incomplete. And you hate to see this. Longwell got bent sideways, and he's going to be down for River. And you hope the young man is okay, because when he went down, his body went forward. His leg didn't come with it. It didn't look like. You'll have the replayer there, but whatever happened, that did not look like the way your body should bend. So it'll be 2nd down and 23. They're going to take a look at Longwell. We're going to take a timeout with 5:50 to go here in this first half of play. It's 27-17. Warriors with the lead. We'll be right back.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown. With our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Score big with a deal to fit your payment or budget. Plus, we desperately need pre-owned vehicles, so we're willing to pay over book value for trade-ins, just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown, West Virginia, or pioneerfamilyauto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone, it's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Changing people's outlook on life, it starts with a smile. At Fry Dental Group, the core of their mission is to make people smile more. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe believe that one smile creates another. It doesn't matter what age, where you're from, or what you believe, a smile is universal and it's free. At Fry Dental Group, they understand that they can't make you smile, but they can sure give you reasons to. If you want straighter, whiter, healthier teeth, visit Fry Dental Group at 1309 Green Street, Marietta. Call 740-374-0123. A Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit wetzcompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Back here in Vincent, 5:50 to go, second quarter. 27-17, Warren with the lead, and they're still tending to the young man down on the field. Was that Longwell, did we decide, or was it Thompson? Let's not speculate, I guess, if I don't know for sure. It was one of the young men, one of the bigger wide receivers down here, looking at the lower body, and you have trainers and some doctors out there. As right now, I'm not sure if they're going to bring the paramedics out to brace it or what. So we'll kind of keep it right here, Derek. Sean.
If he's listening in the studio right now, he is laughing his head off.
My over-under, I'm close still. It wasn't Billy, at least.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
But all the ways people can listen this year, something new that we've had an opportunity or watch this year is obviously radio, go old school radio, but I know you were excited about the streaming this year.
Yes, and if you're joining us, either watching this on Facebook, this broadcast originating on Facebook from the Jacob Krantz Facebook page, and then you can catch it online, ESPN Radio for the Mid-Ohio Valley. We are streaming live there as well, so I want to thank the, last I checked, dozens who are with us in Vincent tonight on YouTube as well. It is so fun to sit here in the box actually and have a way to kind of give myself an instant replay on some of the. And I'll tell you what, for two high-powered offenses, there have been some stat checks that I needed to go back through tonight. We have seen a high-powered first half of offense. A big play defensively, though. You mentioned this as we went to break. Dennis Petty, the big tight end who had a phenomenal catch on the other side of the ball. He was in the backfield putting pressure on nearly immediately. He was shot up the middle on that play that I think forced Isley to get rid of the ball a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
I like that call because it does put, I feel Isley back there, he'll pick you apart, rolling. He's a very good rolling quarterback, so they brought pressure. I like the call. It was Brody Longwell who was down, does get helped, comes off, not under his own power, but comes off standing up with some help coming off, so that's good to see. Just hope that he's okay because he is a great player for this River Pilots team. We'll get back to action, 5:50 to go, 27-17, Warren with the lead, and the carry by Isley up the middle, nothing doing as he gets it inside the 40. And down to the 39-yard line. So now Warren's throwing a couple different wrinkles defensively right now at the River Pilots. That time Isley didn't have as easy throws. You mentioned they finally were able to walk up on the wide receivers, took away that curl route. Isley had the one look and kept the football. So big third down and long here, 3rd and 17 for the River Pilots. We say big third down because neither team has punted the football tonight, I don't think, but one time.
Yes, just one for River.
Isley's going to set up the screen, and the Warriors have that one read perfectly, but breaking a tackle out across the 30, down to the 20. That is Kramer, is going to get inside the 20. There is a penalty flag that's going to fly, and this is going to be a hold, and it's going to come back. The screen was set up nicely. The Warriors had it read right out of the gate as J.T. Rice initially put some pressure on the wide receiver out of the screen as a River player down, and when he did, it allowed another Warrior to come up and get held. So with 4:57, third and long is going to get third and longer. After that would have been a first down.
Yeah, and I know that the River Pilots do have a bit of a kicking game, but I don't think from this range we're going to see them attempt any sort of field goal. So you got to believe they're probably going to be going for it a couple of times here. They do have the offense, though, that can certainly put one up in the air.
Exactly. One, maybe a shot down the field here to see if you can get a pass interference call, which would be an automatic first down, or if you could maybe get one into the end zone. Isley has the arm to get it down.
Yes, and River Thompson already has one touchdown reception of 37 yards on a beautifully thrown ball from the sophomore quarterback. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were to take a shot. Thompson's been his favorite receiver on the night. So far I have 7 receptions, it looks like here at first glance for Thompson. He has been instrumental moving the ball up and down the field, as has Austin Creamer. Just under a dozen carries and 40 yards. And as we kind of get a break in the action, wow, I almost feel like I can catch my breath a little bit.
Yeah.
We were scoring at a phenomenal pace for about the first hour of this broadcast.
Young man, the offensive lineman, it looks like, down on the field. Other games around the area tonight, we have the Fort Fry Cadets as they play Zanesville. Marietta taking on Richard Wright out of Washington, D.C. Some of the other games on radio tonight for us, and so glad you're joining us here for this Warren Warrior broadcast. 4:57 to go here in this first half of play. The young man is going to walk off under his own power. That is number 56 for the River Pilots, Braden Strawn.
Yep, Braden Strawn, the 5'9", 220 offensive lineman.
So we'll see. I think he is one of their guards, so you'll see a new guard come in here for the Pilots. A very young team again, as we mentioned. And it is third down to 5:50.
Yes, that's what we'll go with.
Third down and 30 with 4:57 to go. And a shotgun formation for River. Straight drop by Isley. Now feels the pressure. Still rolling to his left. Turns the corner and he's drug out of bounds. He got maybe a couple on the play. He works his way back up to, well, they're going to say back to the original line of scrimmage maybe here. Regardless, it's going to bring up fourth down and long. Definitely a punting situation here for River. And how about Warren? Now, this is where it gets big, Sean, is 4:50 to go. Warren has no trouble moving the football tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They are out of timeouts, but they get a hold here. They're up 27-17, and they get the football after half.
And remember, the Pilots did not get a very good foot on their first punt attempt of the night. So,
no, it was a net of
about
maybe
5.
Yeah, maybe 5 yards. So Peyton Blue, the kicker, takes a snap. Now he's going to get a nice end-over-end spiral kick at the end. Dropped by the Warriors, picked up. And now a scrum for the football. It was dropped at the end of the play, right where the Warriors are returning. Warren does get on it at their 16-yard line. So
the first and 10, Warren.
The first down and 10 for the Warriors. So they move from their own 16-yard line. A big break for Warren.
Yeah, hold your breath, or you can exhale, I should say, if you're a Warriors fan, because there were 3 Pilots looking to dive on that ball that was up for grabs.
Warren with no timeouts. High school football, you do get a first down stoppage with the clock. After you pick up first down, of course, you get out of bounds. Clock stops. Pilots with 2 timeouts. And Warren with the 27-17 lead is a scrimmage from their own 16 with 4:39 to go, second quarter. 2 backs in the backfield make it 3 now with Taylor out of the pistol. Sends a man in motion. They're going to flip it to the flats. That is going to be Williams. Makes a man miss. Williams left sideline. 30, 35, 40. Williams across midfield to the 40. He's off to the races. Foot race to the 10, and he's going to be tripped up just inside the 10-yard line. They got him. It was Lalatham with the tackle as Williams gets down to the 11-yard line. It turned into a foot race, and they just tripped him up. Williams, though, picks up a big first down all the way down into River territory and sets Warren up. First down and 10. They can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
Gain of 73.
What a play by the Warriors. Now we'll go down as a pass play for Taylor as they put Bowers in the backfield. Give Williams a break. They go hard count. River jumps. They give to Bowers up the middle. Bowers to the 5 and hit at the 6-yard line and dropped a little further back, but picks up 5 on the play. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Again, the Warriors can pick up a first down inside the 1-yard line or right at the 1. 3:40 to go. They're in no big hurry. No timeouts for the Warriors. 2 timeouts for River. Warren leads 27-17.
We've got Jason Williams for 10 carries and 205 yards. So there's that 20 a carry average that we saw him have against Belpre in the season opener.
Couple of receptions, too, nicely. So out of the shotgun. They're going to look to give right side. Check that. That's Bowers. Cuts up the green. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
Bowers into the end zone for the first time tonight.
And it is 33-17. And again, that is a big offensive possession by the Warriors.
And, well, when you move the ball 75 yards in one play, you don't really have to worry too much about managing the clock.
As the point after attempt going to be pending here by Purdue. Sam Purdue, a freshman. 5'9", 150 kicker, waits the snap. It's back. It is good. The kick is up, and it follows suit. It is good. 3:09 to go. New score, Warren 34, River 17. Second quarter action. We'll be right back.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Kick off the season in one of over 700 new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big deals like 0% financing up to 72 months or no payments until November. We need trade-ins, so we're willing to pay over book value for vehicles like yours. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Kick off your deal at Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, and Family Ford in Marietta or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Officials moving a little quicker than the broadcasters tonight with 3:01 to go in the second quarter. They get the kickoff out, and River brings it up to the 46-yard line, so that's where they'll start first down and 10. Aaron Cassidy, Sean Jones on this beautiful Friday night for football. 3:01 to go, second quarter. Warren 34-17 after a big touchdown drive. And they're going to counter give to Kramer, all kinds of running room. Kramer across in the Warrior territory to the 44-yard line, picks up a first down. And so a first down and 10. Warriors, I'm not going to say we're in a prevent, Sean, but they definitely didn't have 10 guys in the box, let's say that.
Yeah, that's right. They are really trying to stomp the big play, and hopefully the River Pilots can eat up some of the clock on their own.
They have 2 timeouts this River. They give to Kramer. No, Isley's going to keep it right side. Isley, right sideline. Isley inside the 35, and he's just ushered out of bounds, let's call it, by Dennis Petty on this near side. I would have been ushered out of bounds, too. 6'2", 210 pounds was coming at me. And I was right around Isley's size, 5'9" in high school, so I would have said, okay, you know what? I'll just get out of bounds.
Sir, I believe I'll step over here.
Stops the clock with 2:28 to go on another first down and 10 for River. So they're marching right down the field, moving from left to right. 34-17, Warriors lead. They give to Kramer, and he is met by a host of Warriors, but there at first, big number 77, Gabe Bookman, 6'4", 300-pound defensive lineman, makes his presence felt in the backfield. A loss of 3, maybe 4 on the play. They give it 3, so a loss of 3. 2:05 to go, second quarter. 2 timeouts for River still. And it's Warren with a 34-17 lead. Isley with Kramer flanked to his right. Out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to either side. Straight drop by Isley. Now steps up, rolls left. Still looking to roll left, and Isley's going to stutter step his way out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Warren. I like the adjustments the Warrior defensive coaches have made on the last 2 drives against this offense of River, as there is a Warrior down on that far side. We'll keep it right here for right now, but a big 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, the Warriors' defenses came up big in the second quarter after it was seemingly just going to be a back-and-forth shootout after the end of 1. The defense so far in quarter number 2 for the Warriors, you have to be very happy as they've been able to blossom this lead here on a homecoming night. Their offense is dangerous, as we can tell. They can score from just about anywhere on the field. By the way, a pass after going back and taking a look on replay.
Oh, yeah, so we'll make that adjustment.
Yeah, I'm going to make that adjustment. So that pass was a 73-yard completion on the pitch and catch out to Williams from Taylor that set up the Bowers touchdown run. So still 9 yards and 9 carries, 132 yards. That's where I have Williams unofficially right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's good stuff.
And a 73-yard catch.
Warrior okay. That was J.T. Rice, it looks like, maybe walking out under his own power. And so it'll bring up 3rd down and long, 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Isley out of the shotgun. Warriors bring pressure, and they're going to Isley's going to get out of trouble. He's going to fire down the sideline. Pass is going to be incomplete. And I almost got ahead of myself there. Pass incomplete for
brings up 4th down.
Mosna for River. And I thought the Warriors were going to have Isley locked up in the backfield, and he somehow danced his way out of a couple sacks there and was able to keep the play alive, but
and barely overthrew Maddox Mazzena, the 6-foot sophomore.
So a 4th down again here for River. This time they're going to go for it. 4th down and 13. Moving from left to right. Isley out of the shotgun. Barks out the signals. Straight drop back. Looks to throw. Now flushed up in the pocket. Works his receiver down the left sideline. Passes complete, but short of the 1st down. Turnover on downs. Warren will get the football. Now we have a little bit of extracurricular activity going between one of the backs and one of the Warren Warriors. A minute 31 to go. I think they were talking about science class maybe and who liked science better.
I'm a history guy myself.
I think that's the conversation.
Yeah.
Warriors.
1st down and 10, Warren with a minute 31 to go. 34-17, Warren with the lead and the football. And they'll have 1st down and 10 from their own 25. Quick strike offense. We've seen it tonight, including the last possession. It was Taylor to Williams on a swing pass. What did go down to the books as a pass. Now, Williams will tell you, and he was right, he did most of the work.
Ooh,
Bowers was the one that was able to punch it in. Taylor would just take the stats and say thank you. And it was a nice pass play, though, because you have to put that ball and lead your back a little bit, make sure he's on the run.
He had a full head of steam when he caught that.
Taylor out of the shotgun, and a whistle by the official. It was this back official. Might have been a play clock. Let's see. Yeah, delay a game. They didn't get the snap off. Usually that back official is the one keeping the time. He doesn't usually call a false start. Now, where you see a back official call first start is usually on the center for moving the football up and down. If you see a penalty flag, it's one of 2 things by that guy before the snap. This time it was a delay of game for Warren, 1st and 15 from their own 20. Taylor's going to flip it out in the flats. Fastball
Taylor's pass.
incomplete. Jason Williams put that one right in the shoulder pads and bounced off the face mask of Williams. A little bit of mustard on that one. I don't think Williams was ready for that hard of a throw.
Yeah. Taylor certainly has a cannon for an arm on him. I have seen him whip some fastballs to receivers that they weren't quite prepared for this season.
Is that his first incompletion tonight?
That is his first. Perfect 4 of 4 before that.
Second down and 15, a minute 28 to go. Taylor on a second down and 15. Warriors scrimmage from their own 20. They give to Williams. Bounces it out to the right side. Williams 25, and a penalty flag flies as he gets to the 27-yard line. I think you're going to see a hold call here on that far side, right where Williams made his cut. Looked like he set up the defender, and whoever was out in front of him was holding.
Fairbanks on the carry.
Check that. Fairbanks on the carry. My apologies. A hold, and that one's going to be called back. So now if you're Warren, you're going to have second down and long. You're deep in your own territory. River has 2 timeouts. You probably won't see Warren be too aggressive here, Sean.
No, I can't imagine
make any
so.
mistakes.
Although you don't have to be that aggressive when you can turn around, hand the ball off, and potentially watch that man run the length of the field.
They have Bowers in the backfield. As Williams, I don't see him in the game right now.
Well-deserved breather on the sideline. I can see him taking a knee.
So Taylor out of the shotgun, a single back in the backfield, and Bowers. They have the big fullback, Dennis Petty. He could play tight end, plays fullback in this case. He lines up to the right in the backfield next to Taylor. Taylor running that play clock down, under a minute to go on the game clock. Taylor waits for the back official to put up 5 fingers to signal 5 seconds. Still waiting for that official to do it. There he does it. And Taylor will bark out the signals. Take a snap, high snap, but he gets it down, pitches to Bowers, right side. Bowers breaks free, 25-30. Bowers cuts it upfield to the 40. Bowers to the 50. Bowers to the 45-40. To the 30. To the 25-20. Bowers foot race to the 10. To a 5 and into the end zone. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Bowers weaves his way in and out of traffic for 78 yards. It would have been 79-yard touchdown, but they drop him at the 1-yard line.
Wow. Hey, by the way, the guy you can turn around and hand the ball off to and watch him run the whole way, they have 2 of them.
Yeah,
they have 2 of those guys.
Bowers. Now Taylor's going to go under center, and let's see if he gets his second touchdown of the night. He does on a straight quarterback keeper with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Put an asterisk next to that one because that makes it 41-17. Warriors will get the football after half. So back-to-back touchdowns for the Warriors without River scoring has set them up nicely for second half action.
What a showing for the Warren Warriors. So far, 49 their season high in the point column. Good chance they break that tonight.
Point after attempt is pending, a little bobbled snap. Now they're going to have to run it out. That's going to be Taylor as he turns the corner and gets down to the 5. So the point after attempt's no good. 40-17, 19 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure that they will tell me back at the studio, but I think we have halftime statistics, of course. We'll also have Skip Mossick in this week around high school football. I think we have at halftime, so unless I hear otherwise, I'm going with that.
I will be feverishly doing math in a commercial break.
So how about Warren, 40-17. They've missed 2 extra points, but with 19 seconds to go, so big. We talked about in those last 5 minutes of get a stop, get a touchdown, go into halftime. Well, not only did they get a stop, get a touchdown, they got 2.
Yes.
And that's huge.
You know, it really did just kind of surprise me on that missed PAT attempt, a bad snap. I am kind of surprised that Taylor didn't just basically fall on it, take a knee. No need to take an extra hit when you're the quarterback, when you're such an important part of this offense. And
you usually have a fire call on that, which means your line starts you have a couple guys that go out in the flats, so I don't know if he was yelling that and they just stayed because no one went out in the flats for him to throw it. So I don't know if the fire call wasn't made or what, but you're right. Taylor took a big hit there, but the Warriors are going to kick off. It's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line, and it is Kramer up to the 27-yard line. So with 13 seconds to go. River has 2 timeouts. I don't think you're going to see them use them here.
No, can't quite imagine. I could see them taking a shot. Why not? You got a quarterback. You can get the ball down the field. You have.
It's creative they've been, too. You can see hook and lateral.
Wow.
You can see different things. It's creative if they've been. We've seen 5 receivers on one side.
Yeah, that's right. To open the game at that. We've seen just about every formation you can throw out of the book from the River Pilot.
Including a T formation. So they're going to say, radio broadcasters, you're crazy. We're not taking a shot. They go T formation, Isley under center. He's got a turn in hands. That's going to be Kramer up the middle. Kramer breaks his way up to the 40-yard line. And with 7 seconds to go, that is going to be good enough for River. And a really good enough first half for the Warren Warriors. The Warriors lead 40-17. 2 big second quarter touchdowns late. Pushes the lead out. We're going to take a timeout, come back on the other side with statistics and more on our halftime show. Warren 40, River 17. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
It's the kickoff sales event at Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Kick off the season in one of over 700 new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big deals like 0% financing up to 72 months or no payments until November. We need trade-ins, so we're willing to pay over book value for vehicles like yours. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Kick off your deal at Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, and Family Ford in Marietta, or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
If you snore or have trouble sleeping, you may have sleep apnea, and at Fry Dental Group, you'll find solutions. While traditional solutions typically include an uncomfortable and inconvenient CPAP machine, Fry Dental uses an FDA-approved device that's small, portable, quiet, comfortable, and highly effective. Call Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe at Fry Dental to schedule an appointment. Fry Dental Group, providing solutions for a better sleep at night and bigger smiles in the morning. Call 740-374-0123 or visit FryDental.com for more information.
Back here at halftime, 40-17. Right now it is the Warren Warriors on top of the River Pilots. A quick correction that we made, a little mistake. It is Cable Isley. I think we were calling him Caleb Isley, so our apologies to the Pilot faithful listening in, and so we'll get that right in the second half. Sean, let's take a look at first half statistics tonight, though. They've been in abundance because right now it's 40-17. Warriors with the lead, but boy, did we have fireworks in that first half.
Yeah, another half like that, and I am not going to have a single pencil left in operation. We'll take a look first at the visiting River Pilots, leading the rushing attack, 13 attempts on 43 yards for Austin Kramer. Isley has 4 attempts, 17 yards on the ground. He is through the air, 19 attempts. He has, looks like 10 out of 19 on the night for the sophomore quarterback. I'll have to get a yardage total on the other side of Skip Mossick's halftime break. I can tell you his counterpart, Warren quarterback Trent Taylor is 4 of 5 on the evening, only 1 incompletion, and his running back, and actually, how about 2 really nice halves for the Warren starting running backs. Jason Williams, 9 carries, 132 yards. He has a 73-yard pass reception from Taylor as well, and Taylor Bowers, a Williams counterpart in the backfield. Wow, these guys, I really love watching this offense operate. He is up over 90 yards on the evening. He is actually eclipsed 100 already on just 3 carries. Hey, that'll happen when you have 79 yards on one play. And I got to tell you, looking at the replay back on YouTube, I think he was in. I think he had the extra.
I think he was so far the officials, they're like, you know what? We got to mark him down because he's so far in front of us.
Oh,
he beat everyone down the field.
And what a team blocking scheme they had going down the field. I mean, he had 5 blue jerseys around him for 40 yards of that carry down the field. That was incredibly impressive. You've got to be very happy right now if you're Coach Kimes in that Warren locker room. And, hey, the Warren faithful, they have to be very happy because it's homecoming here in Vincent.
It is. Homecoming 2021 here at Vincent, and sometime they'll do senior night, I'm sure, throughout the season. So it is the Warriors 40-17 on top of the River Pilots. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back on the other side. We'll have Skip Mossick. And this week in Ohio high school football and much more here at halftime. 40-17, Warriors lead.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
And welcome everyone into Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports. From time to time, we like to visit with affiliate stations from various parts of the state and talk some high school football in their area. This evening, we head to Southern Ohio to chat with Jason Filial in Ironton. Jason joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are and will remain farmers at heart.
I'm Scott DeMauro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
It's the kickoff sales event going on now at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Kick off this season in one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Score big dealer discounts along with incentives like 0% financing or no payments until November. Plus, get overbook value for trade-ins and vehicles just like yours. Just bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Kick off the season's deals at Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
You keep up with your kids' doctor's visits, but what about your own? If you've delayed your annual checkup or just need a change, now is the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care. Now open in its newest location at Harbor Point in Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients, and it's just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We're joined this evening by Jason Filio, longtime voice of the Ironton Tigers. And Jason, thanks for your time. For people who have not been to a high school game down there in Lawrence County, tell everybody what Friday nights are like down in your part of the state.
Hey, Skip, thanks for the invite. Yeah, down in Ironton, it's different. It's one of those things where if you drive down the streets of Ironton, you see all the kids out in the front yard playing football before the game. You see all the houses decorated in orange and black, and people talk about it 24/7. I mean, you can go down the street, go down to the hardware store, and people are talking about Friday night's game and what happened this past week and what's coming up this week, and it's just something different. It's a lifestyle, and of course you're playing in a very historic stadium, Tanks Memorial Stadium, where they had semi-pro football that eventually merged with the Portsmouth Spartans and went on to Detroit to form the Lions. So football is a way of life down here in Ironton.
And Ironton off to a 3-0 start, highlighted by a fantastic finish in Week 2 against Jackson. Crazy lateral play on a kickoff in the closing seconds to win the game. You've been calling games for a long time, Jason. What was that finish like for you?
Skip, there was nothing like it, and I was trying to think of maybe something that compared to that, and I couldn't do it. That's the craziest ending to a high school football game I've seen. Jackson kicks a field goal with 1.4 seconds left, and as you're calling the action, you think, all right, they're just going to kick it to a lineman up front. This game's going to be over, but it gets by, and there's pitch number 1 and pitch number 2, and then all of a sudden Ty Perkins runs around the right side. He has a little room, and then he beats the kicker, and it was crazy. I mean, the stadium went nuts, and you could see taillights of people that had already left the stadium thinking it was over. They're going to tell everybody they were there at the game, but we know that some of them did leave a little bit early. Just the craziest finish. And then they turn around the very next week. They have another walk-off. They beat Fairland in overtime after stopping the Dragons on their series with a fumble. Ironton scores on a 10-yard touchdown run, so it's 2 straight weeks with a walk-off. 2 crazy weeks at Tanks Memorial Stadium.
Ironton, a traditional Division V power. Kind of an interesting matchup tonight. I know you're at halftime, but hosting Cincinnati Moeller. We asked this question earlier in the season if the expanded playoffs would help with this sort of matchup, because you don't often see a D5 going up against a D1.
You really don't, especially when the D1 is coming to the D5 in Ironton. I think it's the first time ever that a GCL team has come to Ironton or the area for that matter. And yeah, maybe it does have something to do with it, but, Coach Trevin Pendleton at Ironton says, look, we want to build our program and play anybody, anytime, anywhere. They picked up a game last year with Cincinnati Sycamore, who came down when we had a COVID cancellation, and now, look, they just want to keep improving and see where they stand right now. And obviously this is a good measuring stick because Moeller is back, and they're 3-0, and they're scoring 40 points a game, and this is a huge challenge. But, yeah, you're right. With the expanded playoffs, you do have that opportunity to see where you do stand because 16 teams are getting in. And if you take a loss, I'm not saying that either team is going to lose or Ironton's going to lose. I'm just saying that if you take a loss at least you know where you stand. You can still make the playoffs.
We know football is very solid there in Southern Ohio. Besides Ironton there in D5, other teams off to a good start. Portsmouth 3-0, and Wheelersburg is always going to be good.
Yeah, Wheelersburg lost to Ironton in week 1, 40-6, but they've turned around. They've had a couple of really good wins. They beat Chillicothe 26-3. They beat Russell, Kentucky, who was undefeated at the time, and handled them pretty well at home. Now, they did have another Kentucky opponent scheduled this week, but that was canceled because of COVID. I think they've got a pretty good stretch coming up here in the next couple of weeks. They'll go to Jackson. They travel to Minford. Both those teams are 2-1. Coach Rob Woodward just continues to churn out win after win and good year after good year. I think this Wheelersburg team is going to be one to contend with. And you mentioned Portsmouth. My goodness, what a great start they are off to. 3-0, led by their quarterback, Drew Rowe, who's completed 67% of his passes. He's thrown for over 700 yards and 8 touchdowns. And that's going to be a good team to watch here in the next coming weeks as well.
The other school crossed town down to D6 is Rock Hill, unbeaten, but heck, they've only played one game.
Yeah, they have played one game. First 2 games got canceled because of COVID, and we're seeing that throughout the state. I know Colegrove had the same issue in the OVC. South Point in the OVC has had a game canceled because of COVID. But look, they're 1-0, and Coach Mark Lutz likes the way his team is playing this year. They've play Portsmouth this week, so that'll be a good challenge for them, but that's a good football team as well.
Always love talking high school football from folks from different parts of the state. Jason Filial, longtime voice of the Ironton Tigers. We appreciate your time. You stay safe, okay?
Great to talk to you, Skip. Thanks a lot.
And we'll be right back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Avery Stump from Mohawk High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
Football, you don't have to be naturally skilled. I mean, you just got to be tough. If you're tough, you will succeed. That's just how it is. I mean, you can learn things over time, but if you're a tough boy, you'll go farther than what you will in, I think, any other sport.
Avery and his teammates love the game, and they're playing the role of underdogs this year.
Oh, I mean, we knew we were half decent. We were better than anyone was saying about us, and we just thought, well, why don't we just go out there and prove them wrong instead of just saying, oh, yeah, well, we are small.
So he's been winning on the field and the farm.
There's nothing better to me than being able to, one, raise an animal and knowing exactly how to make that animal good, and then watching it grow and working with it, and then taking it to a show and kicking everyone's butt.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Hey, it's Tony at the Citizens Bank Company. The process of obtaining a loan can sometimes seem daunting. Let us take the worry out of this process and replace it with the loans that will get you the keys to that car, take you on a much-needed vacation, or secure the house you've been wanting. We're here to help you find the best loan to make life happen. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations or visit us online at thecitizens.com. We are here for what matters most. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
This is ONN.
Our thanks once again to Jason Filial from our Ironton affiliate for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Bex Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Hi, Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
Welcome to the Fry Dental Group, where Total Smile Care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe continue to pursue the latest professional education and excellence to ensure you receive the best dentistry available. From repairing damaged teeth to same-day crowns, sleep apnea solutions, and complete smile makeovers, the focus at Fry Dental Group is to deliver the most advanced professional care available. Learn more at frydental.com and at 1309 Green Street in Marietta.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
Halftime here at Warren, 40-17. So glad you're joining us on this Friday night for football. Aaron Cassidy, Sean Jones, Ben Marshall back at the studios. Brett War, front of the camera for us up top on a brisk week number 4 of high school football. It's the Warren Warriors leading 40-17. Sean, a good first half for Warren as both teams out warming up right now. And again, we're going to talk about those last 5 to 7 minutes of the second quarter where it's back and forth. All of a sudden they stop a River team on a 4th down and what seemed forever. They ended up having to punt the ball. And then they stop them on a 4th down. They get 2 scores out of those. And all of a sudden you're looking from a 24-17 game to a 40-17 game. And Warren gets the football.
Yeah, this could be the nail in the coffin right here. The Warren Warriors offense exploded 4 second quarter touchdowns, 6 total touchdowns in the first half in total. You got to love what you see from them. I feel like they have really put things together, running the ball, throwing the ball. And defensively, I think they really came around, made some adjustments in the second quarter, and were able to hold the River Pilots out of the end zone for the most part in that quarter, as a matter of fact. So they allowed, the one 37-yard touchdown pass from Cable Isley to... that was Thompson, his favorite receiver tonight, River Thompson, aptly named. River plays for River. That's right. And what a pass that was, by the way. But other than that, the Warren Warriors were able to hold the Pilots scoreless. I really liked what they were able to do in forcing a couple of bad situations. And of course, some penalty flags. When you have 4th down and 30, 3rd down and 30, well, the odds just aren't in your favor. But overall, Warren really came out and put up some fireworks for the homecoming faithful here in that second quarter. And you've got to believe that they know that they are one successful possession in PAT away from getting this clock running and getting to those homecoming festivities a little bit earlier.
I know. You're the math guy, and you're right. You did the math in your head just now. Touchdown plus an extra points, 47. 17, that's 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
30 points, running clock.
That's it.
So we have an opportunity for Warren to have a running clock. Although, as a coach, you're just saying, you know what, come out, get a first down, let that lead. They put plus 3 minutes on the clock. The 2 teams have already been out and stretched, so they're going to have the 2 teams meet at middle of the field. Again, at the beginning of the game, it was back and forth, and you'll pop on film depending on how this game goes tomorrow if you're River, and you're going to say, hey, the second quarter we got to either keep scoring with them or shut them down, because that's how big high school football can be, 1 or 2 possessions. And we went from a 1-score game to a potential, if Warren gets the ball here and scores, to a running clock. And that's just high school momentum right there. And so if you're River here, you're saying, hey, let's stop them. We've shown we can score. Let's try to get back into this.
Yeah, and it starts one drive at a time if you're the Pilots. I mean, you have the firepower. You have an excellent sophomore quarterback. You have a very complex offense, I would say, and the fact that you can catch your opponent napping and I would say really rip off a big gain, a big play, just from the numerous sets that they run out there in front of you. So many different looks, so many different receivers, a number of guys are going to get their hands on the ball. And if you're the Warren Warriors, we saw them bring in some extra defensive backs to kind of adjust in that second quarter. A couple of really nice plays from the defensive backs. I've really been impressed overall with the freshman Nicholas Cressy, the 5'11", 150 freshman who's had actually he's had the job of covering River Thompson a lot tonight. And though Thompson's had his fair number of catches and certainly had one for the highlight reel in the end zone, Cressy's done a pretty good job of covering Cressy. I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe jump one of those curl routes. I do feel like maybe sometimes that's a little bit telegraphed on the River side. So Cressy is capable, I feel like, of potentially jumping one of those. Overall, what an impressive first half of football. And looking forward to seeing if there's going to be some more offensive firepower in the second. At this rate, the Warriors only 9 points away from matching their explosive outburst week 1 against Belpre.
40-17, Warriors lead, and they will receive the second half kick. They have missed 2 extra points. That's how we got to 40 points for the Warriors. And Cable Isley's been very impressive tonight, as you mentioned. Warriors, though, did a good job on the last 2 possessions defensively to throw some different looks and maybe get the ball out of his hand a little earlier than what he wanted to. It is Fairbanks and Williams back deep to start the second half for the Warriors to receive this kick, if it so chooses to go to them. And they approach the ball. River kicks it deep. It is going to be fielded by Fairbanks. Comes off his shoulder pads, picks up. Fairbanks returns it right side. Hit and dropped at the 24-yard line. So the Warriors, again, we saw this on a punt earlier, avert disaster there to the Warriors, and we'll have first down and 10 from the 24.
Yeah, some things maybe to look at on the special team side, you would think.
It's a young team?
Yes, it is.
That's usually where you see things start to pop up, if they're going to pop up throughout the season, is with a young team. Defense usually starts catching up, but special teams and the kick game can be 2 things that will get you early on as a young team. So Warriors scrimmage from their own 24-yard line. They're going to give left side. That is to Williams, and he's going to be dropped for the first time tonight for a no gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Williams on a sweep play to the left as the Warriors move from right to left on your radio dial on this beautiful Friday night for high school football. Last I heard, it was Fort Fry who will be a Warrior opponents on top of Zanesville 14-7. Now that's been 15 or 20 minutes ago. That was in the third or the fourth quarter, I think.
Yeah, fourth quarter.
2 wide receivers to the right, 2 backs in the backfield out of the pistol set. Williams, the deep back. Taylor claps his hand, grabs the football out of the pistol, gives to Williams, left side. It is a zone play up across the 25 to the 26, 27-yard line maybe, and it's going to bring up third down and long. The first we've really seen Warren in a third down and long. They've hit big plays on second down. We haven't seen them in many third downs at all tonight. 10:53 to go just to start this third quarter.
Taylor, a 4 for 5 showing in the first half, so certainly a good night through the air, and he has been able to throw the ball deep and accurately on a few occasions.
2 wide receivers to the right. Warriors, Taylor drops straight back, looks the throw, is going to heave one right side, has a man open, it's caught at the 45-yard line. Ball hauled in on that far side by number 34, Hunter Grimm. What a pitch and catch. Taylor to Grimm and into River territory. First down and 10.
Big thank you to Trent Taylor for making me look incredibly intelligent. That was both deep and accurate.
Threw it right under where Grimm could run under it like Willie Mays as he looks up over his shoulder and makes the catch.
Gate of 31.
First down and 10. That's a big third down play for Warren as they march from right to left in the River territory. They scrimmage from the Pilots 41. They give to Williams left side. Williams down inside the 40, and he's still on his feet, gets to the 39-yard line. So a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and you know what that conversation looks like at halftime was. We're going to stop Williams.
Yes.
No matter what it takes. So that might open the pass game here for Taylor because right now that is up the middle. Blitzes have been coming from River. Second down and 8, 9:20 to go, third quarter. Warren leads 40-17. They scrimmage from the River 39-yard line. From right to left, Taylor takes the snap, fakes the give, going to boot left, set up, throw, left side. Has a receiver open, but a ball knocked away right at the end. A wonderful play by the secondary on this near side. The intended receiver was Tates, and coming and knocking that ball away, it looks like it was number 8 for this. Check that, number 3, Austin Kramer. And then on the coverage, a couple other River Pilots in as well. Number 88, Mitchell.
Kramer had the big stop on the initial play of this carry on his counterpart, Williams.
Third down and 8 now for Warren from the 39 of River. 9:06 to go, third quarter, 40-17, Warrior lead. They're in that kind of no man's land here. Let's see what they can pick up on third and long. They flip it out in the flats. Ball caught. At the 35 down to the 31-yard line. I love that play to Dennis Petty as they find the fullback / tight end out in the flats, and he picks up a Warrior first down. Beautifully designed play by the Warriors coaching staff.
Yeah, the big tight end has also shown his worth on the defensive side of the ball, harassing Cable Isley a few different times in the backfield. And, of course, he has a touchdown to his name as well tonight.
Warriors chewing on that clock a little bit as it gets under 8:30 to go in the third quarter. And a 40-17 lead. Ball at the 30-yard line of River. First and 10 for the Warriors. They give Williams right side. Williams has some running room. Slashes down the right sideline. Inside the 20 to the 10 to the 5. And they punch him down near the goal line. Touchdown. Williams from 30 yards out. Third touchdown of the night.
What a special player they have here in Jason Williams. It's so hard to tackle. Also, again, just a sophomore. There are going to be a number of touchdowns coming at the hands of Jason Williams.
Point after attempt, 46-17 with 8:12 to go. By Purdue. Snap back, hold down. The kick is up, and the freshman puts it through. 47-17, our new score. 8:12 to go when we come back. From this break, it'll be a running clock. Warriors with a 30-point lead. You're listening to Warren Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
Caleb Burns set to kick off here as he squibs it up the middle. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line, down the left sideline, angling out of bounds on that far side. That was Lucas Dennis. And that is where the Pilots from River will start 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. So with 7:40 to go, that clock will run as it's 47-17. Warriors just 2 points off from their season high, and that will go down with the 2 missed extra points. One with a bad snap, one with the rush up the middle. So as you mentioned, Sean, some work to do on special teams.
Mm-hmm.
Rivers Isley. Cable Isley out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to either side. Sends Kramer out of the backfield, swings the pass to him at the 32. Kramer cuts it at the 40, across the 45 and down to the 49-yard line. Penalty flag flies in like a dart at the 37-yard line. And let's see, it's right in the area of a clip or a hold. They're going to get River on a hold. The clock's going to continue to run. So holding on River, so a big gain going to be negated on a hold right where Kramer turned the corner. This is where the penalty flag flew from the back official.
Pilots have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times after big plays, negating some really nice maneuvering from Kramer on that play in specific. Got to feel like they have to be a little disappointed, maybe a little lack of discipline on a few plays.
1st down and 16. 4 wide receivers. Looks like the same play, but opposite side. Now Isley's going to pick up a low snap. Heave it left side. Pass is incomplete, just
Isley
out of the hands of his wide receiver on that far side. That was Thompson. And the pass incomplete.
Pass pretty well thrown. That was just out of the reach of Thompson.
On a, Brett Wharf come down and said a crisp Friday night, and I thought, what's pretty warm in here. Now we're starting to get that wind in here. He's not lying.
Yeah. I think
not
it feels
that Brett Wharf would lie, right? I mean,
right.
So I take his word for it. But now we're starting to get that little breeze in here, and so with 5:44 to go, 47-17, the give to Kramer.
Oh,
and he is hit with a big hit at the 27-yard line. In on the tackle, is that number 88?
That was number 88, Dennis Petty, and
how about
that
Petty?
Might be the hit of the night.
Yikes. We'll have the Kettle One Team Wear Player of the Game after this game. I mean,
you read my mind. He's a dark horse candidate.
He is. You have Taylor, Williams, of course. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll have a deciding vote by Ben Marshall back at the studios. If we're split, we might not be split. 5:05 to go, third quarter. 47-17. Isley going to roll left, has time, now flips it left sideline. A long pass completion into Warren territory at the 8-yard line. And that's Lolithan on the catch at the 48-yard line, and a first down for River. And again, Isley with his feet keeping the play alive. I wonder how many steps he has if we were to put a watch on him and track steps. Not only going back and forth to get the plays, but also rolling out and keeping plays alive.
Need to get that man a Fitbit.
Counter play, Kramer, Austin Kramer, left sideline. Kramer to the 20, to the 15, cuts it back up to the 5, and down at the 2-yard line. So a first down and more, a first and goal now on a counter give to Kramer, who made a couple Warriors miss and gets it to the 3-yard line. 4:06 to go, and that running clock's in danger of stopping as River will have it first and goal from the 3, 47-17, Warriors lead. Old T formation, double tight end set, Isley under center, and a timeout on the field with 3:49 to go. We'll take a timeout with them. It's Warren 47, River 17. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
Chances are the last place someone would think of visiting when they have a snoring problem is the dentist. Things are a whole lot different at Fry Dental Group. Whereas it used to be a trip to the dentist was to get your teeth cleaned or make a bad tooth feel better, but with advanced dentistry, you'll find more solutions than you might think. At Fry Dental Group, they can provide an appliance that helps stop or reduce snoring episodes for sleep apnea patients. Find out more by scheduling a consultation with Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe. Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street, Marietta, and at frydental.com.
First down and goal, full house backfield. And a give up the middle. That's Kramer pushing his way down for a River touchdown. So with 3:43 to go in the fourth quarter, the running clock will stop as River cuts it within 30 to a 47-23 lead. So they move it down, and the 24-point lead with the point after attempt pending here by Hokut.
Creamer deserved the pay dirt on that one. Set it up with a 47-yard scamper.
Snap back, a little high. Holder gets it down. The kick is up by Hokut, and it is good. 3:43 to go here in this third quarter. We'll take a timeout. Warren 47, River 24. You're listening to ESPN Radio.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit wetzcompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
3:43 to go, third quarter. We just come for the music sometimes.
Yeah, we've been rocking here in Vincent tonight.
47-24, Warriors with the lead. New score, though, as River marches down and puts a touchdown on the board and also ends our streak of a running clock of 8-some minutes. Warriors on the return. That's Williams.
Jason Williams on the return.
At the 20, gets up across or near the 30, and so the Warriors will have first down and 10. This is one where you're not happy as a coach because, yes, you have a 23-point lead, but what you hate is how long do I keep my starters in?
Right.
When do I start mixing other guys in? River can score quick. I don't want to make this more of a game than it was, but I don't want my guys banged up. You'd rather it just be one way or the other if you're a coach. This is the medium point where they're just like, So you would assume they'll keep it on the ground, although Taylor's throwing the ball pretty well.
He's thrown it quite well tonight.
They go two wide receivers split to the right, single receiver down here near side, moving from right to left. They scrimmage from their own 30. Taylor's going to keep it. Quarterback Reed Taylor across the 40, up to the 44-yard line. And it was Trent Taylor on a big gain there of 13 or so. And I'll tell you what, if they could get that mixed in the offense, watch out.
Yeah, the big 6'5" quarterback gets down the field quite quickly for a big guy, and
he does. He runs like a 6'5" quarterback, though. Very heady, knows where he's at.
Knows
when to get down.
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns with his feet tonight.
Taylor with the big strides picks up a first down for Warren. Looks to throw. It's going to be a pass to Williams. It's just incomplete, and it was deflected right before it went into the hands of Williams by the cornerback and Colton Kaiser. And so It'll bring up second down and 10.
Good look, and as Williams turned around for the ball, it was already there. I think he might have been a bit surprised how quick that one got on him.
Second down and 10.
Took it right off the face mask.
2:54 to go, 47-24. Out of this pistol formation, a give to Williams on his own play to the left. Williams across midfield, River territory, takes a body check, tackle at the 45-yard line, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Taylor Bowers actually the recipient of that run. Hard to tell those
Check
two
that,
backs apart.
You're right, Bowers. My apologies. He's getting the work. And the thing that Warren does nicely is they'll line Williams up over in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get Bowers going, running the football like they have tonight, put Williams in a slot, you can throw to him, you can send him in motion, you can do a lot of different things. This Warrior offense continues to get more weapons as the weeks go on. 47-24, 2:15 to go, third quarter. Warren with the first down and 10. From the River 45, it's going to be Bowers, carry up the middle, and he puts his shoulder pads down and picks up a first down for the Warriors. As with 2:02 to go here in this third quarter, Bowers getting a steady dose of carries here. And maybe this is their answer of working some younger guys in. Bowers not your workhorse usually for Warren, but you give him some carries here and yet keep Williams on the field so you can't totally game plan for just Bowers and straight up the middle.
Yeah, you have to keep your eyes on Williams, and that makes everyone else on the field slightly more dangerous.
Williams, the slot man up top to the right side. Taylor claps his hands, takes a snap, fakes the pitch, boots left, looks to throw, still looking, finds his tight end. That's Petty. Down inside the 20-yard line to the 19. That's Dennis Petty on the reception. A nice design play as they fake the pitch right. They roll Taylor to his left. The right-handed quarterback gets his shoulder square and finds his tight end out in the flats. 1:15 to go, third quarter. 47-24, Warriors with the lead in the football.
Petty's had himself a very nice evening here. One of the few seniors that we see, or that we call at least a name for a lot here for the Warren Warriors.
Bowers flanked to the right of Taylor. Down here in the slot is Williams. They send him in motion. Jet sweep to the right to Williams. Cuts it upfield. Now bounces it outside. Williams to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren. Another touchdown. Make it 4 on the night by Jason Williams. He bounces it for 19 this time and a Warrior touchdown. 53-24.
And we are still only in the third quarter.
Oh, a penalty flag that snuck in there that I did not see, partly because it was right in the middle of the field. This one's going to come back.
Oh, no.
On a Warren hold.
Oh.
I did not see it. I wondered why they had not marked or sent out the special teams yet, so my question for that is answered now. It's a hold. So it's a spot foul. It's going to move. It would have happened right around a 5-yard gain because it's just going to move it back to a first down, and let's call it 13. So a spot foul just moves them 3 yards back, but with 45 seconds to go, third quarter, 47-24. Williams' fourth touchdown of the night's erased. And the Warriors will go 2 wide receivers left. One of those is Williams in the slot. Bowers, the deep back behind Taylor out of the pistol. As Warren scrimmages from their own 23-yard line. Now a shotgun formation as Bowers moves up. And Taylor's going to look to throw. Pump fakes. Now fires it across the middle and just over the head of his wide receiver. And the pass is incomplete. That's one that coach will see on film and say, you know what, you can just go ahead and keep that one around the corner. Dangerous throwing across your body, Sean.
Yes.
And over the middle. So 2 things that are dangerous there, across your body, over the middle.
Yeah, potentially intercepted there. I'm not sure who that was coming out of the defensive backfield. As a matter of fact, I think it was Lolithan, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
And maybe a bit fortunate he wasn't able to get his hands on that one because it sailed on Williams, who's only 5'8" by quite a bit.
Taylor's going to fake give. He's going to run the option left side. Taylor's going to be wrapped and dropped at the 25-yard line, so he's going to lose 5 on the play. And so it'll bring up third down and long. Let's go third down and 13. Third down and check that. 15 here for Warriors with 20 seconds to go third quarter. They might just let this one run down and say, let's talk this third and long over as we head to the fourth quarter. That's exactly what they're going to do. It's 47-24. Warriors with a 23-point lead and a first down or third down and long. When we come back, you're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
Good things come to those who wait, except when it comes to your health. If you've delayed your annual checkup or are looking for a change, now's the time to visit WVU Medicine Primary Care, now open in the newest location at Harbor Point, Williamstown. The area's most preferred name in medicine is accepting new patients and just minutes away. Schedule an appointment at mywvuchart.com or call 304-865-5101. Your health, your choice. WVU Medicine Primary Care in Williamstown.
Third down and 15 from the 25-yard line for the Warren Warriors at the River 25, though, so Warren looking to go in. 12 minutes put on that fourth quarter clock. Aaron Cassidy alongside Sean Jones and you listening at home or wherever you may be. Warren up 47-24. Our thanks to Ben Marshall back at the studios for keeping us going. Brett Wharf up top keeping us going with the camera for our video stream. And so the Warriors on a third down and long. We haven't seen many of them tonight for Warren, and this is one that we're seeing. And I believe their last third and long, it was a nice pass play by Taylor.
Yes, it was.
And it might have been to Petty.
I believe so. The big tight ends had a few very crucial catches.
So here we go as the damp field now. Dew starts to fall on this crisp Friday night for football. In week number 4, the pitch to Williams to start the fourth quarter. Williams bursts his speed around the corner, and he gets down to the 16-yard line. So Williams makes it from third down and long to fourth down and shorter. Let's go, still fourth and long, fourth and, let's call it 7 for the Warren Warriors. Kind of in no man's land here. Not really too much to think about from the 16. It would be a 30-plus yard field goal if they were trying to kick the field goal. So it looks like Warren's going to go for it here. That or they're going to run it all the way down and take a timeout and talk it over. Let's see.
Yeah, either way, they're going to eat some clock. That's what we know for certain.
Get the play in now, and Taylor barks out the signals. He's going to turn and give. No, fake give, and they're going to flip it out in the flats. That's the Williams. Williams cuts inside the 10, down to the 5, and again, another nicely designed play is going to end up for a first down for the Warriors. Out of the backfield, Taylor to Williams in the flats, and Warren picks up a first down.
Even 10 on the reception.
So a first down and goal from the River 5-yard line, make it the 6. Warren from left to right on your radio dial, leading 47-24. 10:52 to go, fourth quarter. Looking to even on the season at 2-2 are the Warriors. They punch one in here. You got to feel pretty good about it. Taylor out of the shotgun, sends a man in motion, and now a penalty flag. It's going to fly as you're going to have an offsides call. Well, they haven't officially marked it off. One of the Warriors. It's going to be on River. One of the Warriors kind of acted like maybe it was on him for a false start. And I think River jumped off sides first. Regardless, it's going to bring up a first and goal from the 3-yard line. So Taylor is going to go out of the short shotgun set here and send Williams in motion. They're going to counter give. No, yes, they're going to counter give to Bowers, who finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown. They sent Williams in motion, countered it to Bowers on the other side, and it's a Warren touchdown.
Bowers' second touchdown of the evening. Both of these backs having great nights, and what a job Trent Taylor has done guiding this offense. Hasn't been asked to throw a ton, but when he has been efficient. He's been timely, clicking on all cylinders tonight here in Vincent.
Point after attempt, snap back, hold down, kick is up. And it is good. So with 10:28 to go, 54-24, we'll have a running clock when we come back. Warriors with the lead.
You are listening to ES.
$10:28 to go, 54-24. It is the Warren Warriors with the lead. 30 points as they score, and the running clock will start. This time they march down, get a fourth down conversion, and it was a pass out of the backfield. They used Williams, and then down near the goal line from the 3, it was Bowers who found the end zone on, again, a nicely designed play. This offensive staff has put together some nice plays using Williams as a decoy at times, obviously giving them football. And a kickoff, squib kick up the middle is going to be taken by the Pilots up across the 40 to the 44-yard line. So that'll be a first down and 10 for the Pilots. 10:07 to go, clock running here in the fourth. How about 54 points tonight, Sean, for the Warren Warriors?
Yeah, they topped their season high that they attained back in week 1 against Belpre. You can just tell the body language of these players. They are pumped up about tonight's performance. Homecoming victories are always sweet.
And how about the defense here from the middle of the second quarter on for the Warren Warriors?
Yes.
54-24, Warren with the lead, River with the football. First down and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Check that, make it the 43. A little bit of confusion. Isley takes a peek over at the sidelines. He has 4 wide receivers. 3 are to the right in the boundary, 1 open on the wide side of the field here to the left. They flip it into the flats. Ball caught, working his way up across the 50, and for a first down into Warrior territory for a gain of maybe 13 on the play. The wide receiver at that time was...
Looks like number 7, Maddox Mazzano.
45.
Mazzano, I think, had a catch earlier tonight, or at least a punt return or a kick return.
Mm-hmm.
So Isley will split those 3 receivers, this time to the left, single receiver up top to the right, one-on-one coverage. That is their tall wide receiver in River Thompson. And Isley out of the shotgun, going to look for Thompson. Thompson falls down, has a check down to his outlet. His back, who's going to lose 1 on the play. Out of the backfield, they had to flare it out to the back, and Kramer was thrown for a loss, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up second down and 11. 8:24 to go, 54-24. Warren with the lead, River with the football at the Warrior 46-yard line.
Only 1 second half score for the Pilots, and that was Kramer's 2-yard dive into the end zone after he set it up with a 47-yard rush.
3 receivers left for Isley, single receiver to the right. Cable Isley looks to throw, check down again to his receiver, who makes a man miss on the right side, down across the 40 to the 36-yard line, just shy of the first down. It was Kramer again, Austin Kramer on the reception. It's going to bring up third down and 2 here for River. 7:46 to go as that fourth quarter clock continues to run. 54-24, Warren with the lead, looking to move to 2-2, and it's looking pretty good on the season. They go to Fort Fry next Friday night. Try to get a Fort Fry final for you.
Will be a tall order against the Cadets.
And a big set out of the backfield. T formation. Kramer gets the carry inside the 30 down to the 29. They're going to actually mark him right at the 30-yard line. Picks up a first down for River. 7:14 to go here in this fourth quarter. River on a 2-game winning streak coming into this game. Had beaten Monroe Central and Marietta after losing to Bel Air in week number 1. Warriors looking to pick up a win after a tough loss to Williamstown last week.
They've really found that high-powered offense tonight. Hopefully it's something we get to continue to see.
Out of the shotgun, Isley's going to be pressured, flushed up into the pocket. His throw to the right side is going to be incomplete. You don't see Isley on his back too often. He's just so elusive back there. This time you do as the Warriors bring pressure. And I'll tell you what, if we could nominate, as the clock is going to stop for an injured player for the Warriors, looks like a cramp. If we could nominate a player of the game that would be a coaching staff, it would be the Warrior defensive staff. And the different looks they've really given this River offense, again, mid-quarter, second quarter on.
Yeah.
They've put pressure, they've dropped zone, they've gone man, they've they've really mixed it up and done a nice job tonight.
A couple of those big guys. We mentioned Dennis Petty getting in there and providing pressure on Isley, making him get rid of it before he wants to. Ashton Sailing, his senior counterpart, number 50, the 6'5", 190 Sailing, was in on that stop, and also been pretty instrumental up front here tonight for the Warriors, and stopping what appeared to be a back and forth starting up in quarter number 1 and turned it into a game where they're in full control. The offense certainly is going to get the headlines, but yeah, big kudos to Matt Kimes and his defense tonight.
And it looks like the Warriors going to get up and walk off under his own power. Wasn't quite a final, but I think Marietta with the win tonight. That'll be a Week 10 opponent for Warren. That game's at Marietta. Again, Fort Fry had Zanesville tonight.
How about a Week 10 rivalry game? That's fun.
That's the way it used to be back in the SEOAL. Those two teams always met in Week 10. It's always a fun game. Fort Fry and Warren next week. That'll be a good one. 6:25 to go after the injured player's okay. Comes off under his own power. Isley out of the shotgun, looks to throw, and flips it down the sideline. What an arm. He finds his receiver and makes the catch on that far sideline. All the way over on that far sideline, and that was
Lawlethan, I believe.
Lawlethan on the catch. And it'll bring up a third down, and let's call it 5. Third down and 6. 6 minutes now to go in this fourth quarter. Clock continues to tick with a 54-24 Warren lead. Andy Rex will be back with you next week, next Friday night. Out of the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. And it's going to be a straight drop by Isley. Jump ball down near the goal line, and it's incomplete.
Isley's pass.
Nice one-on-one coverage by the Warriors on that far side.
Brings up 4th down.
As the Warriors...
Can't quite tell who that was on the coverage, but yeah, you were right.
It looks like Hunter Grimm on the coverage on that far side. The junior had the one-on-one, and he was able to have good position. Battling back and forth with number 13. Called his name a couple times tonight. More than a couple. River Thompson, leading receiver for River. Isley out of the shotgun. 30-point lead for the Warriors. And 5 minutes to go. And a throw down the sidelines to the right on a 4th down and long. And the pass is going to be incomplete. And a turnover on downs. So you'll see Warren turn and give the football a couple times. That's all they're going to have to do it. And Warren's going to come out of this game tonight with at least a 54-24 win. Unless something wild happens. Clock has to stop on the turnover.
I would say you could classify them as a bit of a big play offense.
Yeah, I would.
At least they have a propensity toward making the big play. Fantastic night. This crowd's going to be going home happy here in Vincent. And a really nice, I think, return to form in some ways. Last week, I know really missing some of the big guys up front. Some of the senior leadership in the trenches wasn't there. So getting the offensive line back really has proved huge, I think, in the outcome of this one.
You're going to see Bowers and Fairbanks in the backfield with Taylor. Goes out of the pistol formation. Williams going to get a well-deserved break. Check that. I think I might see... Williams on the sideline. So it is Fairbanks. That's the deep back.
With 1:21 on the ground tonight.
Trying to reset the clock. I think they went at 4:55. There we go. They got it set. 4:55 running clock here on the turnover on downs. It just ran down a little bit. They'll get it reset, and we'll start first down to 10 for the Warren Warriors. 54-24. A low snap, but turns to give to Fairbanks. Fairbanks bounces it out across the 25 up to the 30-yard line. So out of the deep back set, picks up 5, does Fairbanks. And he's a nice little wrinkle to put in there. He's a freshman, 5'7", 160, getting some varsity time tonight.
They've got a few guys in that mold that from this angle It's like you have just a Jason Williams mold. You have to really keep an eye on those guys. 2, 3, and 7 body type. They're so similar.
Taylor out of the shotgun. Gives to Fairbanks again. Fairbanks works his way up to the 33, to the 34, and they're going to drag him down at the 34-yard line. Set up third down and short for Warren.
Third down.
Warren, again, at Fort Fry. That will be a 6:45 pregame. Andy Rex and Sean Jones will take you through that one next Friday night.
Looking forward to the trip to Beverly.
That's a great setting, too, for high school football. Third down and short, 3:36, excuse me. 54-24. Warriors with a 30-point lead. Taylor looks at the back judge before he snaps this ball. Under 5 on the play clock. Game clock under 3:20. Give Fairbanks right side. Patient with the football. Works his way up near the 39-yard line. Picks up a Warrior first down. After he gets 4 on the play. 39-yard lines where he's finally brought down. And with 3:08 to go, Warren will have to snap this ball maybe 2 more times if they work the play clock all the way down. Wholesale changes for both, for the wide receiving core, easy for me to say, out on the field. And a new quarterback into the game for Warren. Number 13 will
Jacob Seeley, the freshman.
Seeley, 5'8" quarterback, 145 pounds, takes a low snap, going to give to Fairbanks left side, bounces off 1, 2, and 3 tacklers, but he's going to be thrown for a loss on the play, and with 2:28 to go, clock stops. Do we have a timeout?
Well,
so the clock's going to stop. Timeout, River. So we're going to take one more with them. 2:27 to go. Warriors lead 54-24. Timeout on the field. You're listening to Warrior Football on ESPN Radio.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone. It's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
2:27 to go, fourth quarter. Running clock, 54-24. Warren with the lead and the football, looking to run this clock out on homecoming 2021 for the Warriors tonight. And a great performance by the Warren Warriors. We'll get to that in the pregame, or excuse me, in a little bit in the postgame. But our thanks to Ben Marshall back at the studios. Brett Worf taking care of us up top with the video feed. And we'll add up statistics, get our player of the game. And we'll head out of Vincent tonight with a win for the Warren Warriors. As out of the timeout, second down and long for Warren. And I think River just wanted to get some younger guys in there. As they hand to Fairbanks. Blitzing up the middle and making the tackle there was Austin Kramer.
Fairbanks.
He's not one of the younger guys. We're going to see another timeout here.
I guess maybe you want to get some practice for the younger guys in a 2-minute situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing maybe you can think of. We're going to keep it right here and take a look at a couple scores. A final for that Fort Fry Zanesville game. How about this? Fort Fry 20-13. Winners tonight. Again, Warren travels to Fort Fry and what should be a good matchup next week. Marietta victorious 40-12 over Richard Wright out of Washington, D.C. Marietta on a 2-game winning streak. Again, Warren and Marietta hook up week number 10. So can we go for 3 for 3? It looks like we are on the radio dials tonight. All the home teams will pick up wins. I think River has one more timeout. It's not showing up on the scoreboard, but
I believe
after this,
correct.
I can't imagine why, if you would call another timeout again, other than to get your younger players a few more plays.
Right.
And they're a young team anyhow.
Yeah, a couple of young teams. Both of these squads filled with a lot of sophomores, freshmen throughout the ranks.
So Warren goes out of the shotgun again with that 2 running back set with the quarterback and Seeley. Clock under 2 minutes to go. Warren is running the clock down. As they run that play clock, they take a look at the back official who, under 5 seconds, puts his hand in the air. They pitch it near side. Warren working it up to the 35 and near the 36-yard line. That time the ball carrier, number 80 for the Warriors, will have to go on to the Anchorman.
John Ankrum.
Ankrum, excuse me. There's no M-A-N on that, just an M.
I think he might have just got a nickname, though. I kind of like it, John Anchorman.
So it is going to bring up 4th down, no timeout for River here. And so on 4th down and long, Warren will punt for the first time of the evening, I believe.
Yeah, better late than, well, I guess better late when you're up by 30. How about that?
Work on the punt game. So they had a few players that they had to run off and on here, and so now they count them up, get them right, and they run this play clock down. Under a minute to go, 50-24. Punt's going to get off. A nice spiral punt angled at the 30-yard line. Ball taken by Lolatham out across the 50 and out of bounds. 40 seconds to go. And as this clock continues to run here, as Sean will let you add up the statistics and take a look at those.
Well, I can tell you for the Warren Warriors tonight, we'll start with that potent ground game. 13 carries, $174, and 3 touchdowns for Jason Williams unofficially tonight. His partner in the backfield, Taylor Bowers, 6 carries for 121 and a pair of touchdowns. Through the air, Trent Taylor, 215 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 of 15 for 215 tonight.
As River rolls to throw the football, and that will be maybe the final play as this pass is incomplete out on that far side.
Yeah, very well might be the final play of the game. 215 through the air tonight for the sophomore quarterback leading the Warren Warriors to victory on homecoming. He rushed for 2 scores of his own on 1-yard dives and threw a very nice pass to the tight end, Dennis Petty.
As Isley will throw one more bomb to end this game. Pass incomplete. And Warren will win this one 54-24, and we will keep it right here and finish up our final stats.
Yeah, big night for the Warren offense, as we've already went over. 29 passes I have unofficially through the air tonight for Isley. He was busy. A number of those completions, he did finish the last 4, however, in a row incomplete. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 20 of 29. That's a pretty good night for the completions. Don't have quite the yardage at the moment, but just eyeballing this, I'm going to say he's probably in the $150 to $180 range. And on the ground, 16 carries, 98 yards for Austin Kramer. Had a couple of touchdowns throughout this one, and other than a couple of early touchdowns in the first quarter, you have to take your hat off to that Warren Warriors defense who turned things around and were really able to find a way to shut down the Pilots offensively in the second half.
It was big, and that's what I want to go to is this was a 7-point game at one point in 54-24, and it was the defense by Warren late in the second quarter making a stand twice, scoring on those next 2 possessions to push the lead out at halftime, and then taking care of business here in the second half. 54-24 winners tonight. And I'm going to go to our player of the game. I'm going to need your vote on this player of the game tonight. So I'll go to you first after we get the Kettle One Teamwear player of the game. Kettle One Teamwear, located at 313 Green Street in Marietta, Ohio. The best in team uniforms, screen printing, and embroidery. Call 740-373-7969. Our Kettle One Teamwear player of the game tonight is going to go to
I've got to vote for Jason Williams. What an evening. I feel like his early success really set up the Warren Warriors to expand the offense a bit, throw the ball around as the game got into the middle part, opened things up for Bowers as well. I feel like I've got to give this one to Jason Williams. Some fireworks on homecoming for the Vincent Faithful.
Fireworks for homecoming. We're going to give out 2 T-shirts tonight.
Let's do it.
We're going to go Jason Williams and also Dennis Petty.
He was my 1A. I really wanted
offensive and defensively tonight.
Yes.
He was phenomenal.
Defensively, he was in on, and I think he was a key to slowing down the Pilots defensively in the backfield, constantly harassing Isley. Great performance from his tight end position. Timely catches, a big touchdown catch. Very hard to bring down as well. Just all over the place. It's 2 shirts on a homecoming. I like it.
That's right. Kettle One Team Wear players of the game is going to be Jason Williams and also Dennis Petty for the Warren Warriors tonight. Final thoughts as we roll into Fort Fry. It'll be you and Andy next Friday nights. Should be a good one from Beverly.
It's going to be a good one, I would say. And, you know, the Fort Fry is a good football team. Coach Eric Huck has that team playing great.
Big win tonight against Zanesville.
Yeah, big win against Zanesville. Undefeated on the season. They are a team that certainly has postseason aspirations. And, you know, they come in with a very potent running game. I would like to think the Warren Warriors after tonight may have figured some things out. And, you know, when you have a couple of players on the field who are just special athletes, as is the case with Jason Williams, I really like the skill set that Taylor Bowers and Trent Taylor, the quarterback, have. You know, the big plays may be able to keep the Warren Warriors, you know, in the game if they can stop the run against Fort Fry.
It's going to be a good one next Friday night, 6:45 pregame for that one. Sean, it was fun tonight.
It was an awesome time. I had a blast.
Again, Andy Rex back next Friday night for you. So our thanks to Ben Marshall back at the studio, Brett Wharf up top for our camera action tonight. From our broadcast partner, Sean Jones, a final score for a final time tonight from Vincent. It's Warren 54, River 24. You've been listening to Warrior Football on ESPN.